seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of Rack. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks the back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL Armies on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a heads up with this team fight. The LGD are goal, but no Bloodseeker for 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. Grabs, they give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7, same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon discount Jeremy, so protected in O. DD was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the mid, not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
He's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Ana's on his way over. They've got the snowball down, there's the Catapult. Seb jumps in, he's able to find the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb posts the BKB, looks for Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the Axe. As Jax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon Disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. And they breached through it. It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tails already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. Now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Ana, and Jerax. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during a minute. This final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Ana up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into their Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check, Ana is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. Oh, he's in. The call, the MP, the cannon, and FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pause the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball. The snowball over to Thompson. The self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Ana. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Ana alive. Ana with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Ana trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Ana again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in, the combo, meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Ana as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova is so low? As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Ana back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down to the attraction, they find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, find them all they can. OG are still in the game. Arme flies back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without too many supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Ana, but Ana also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb.
Yeah.
He's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus. He's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call, though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Ana, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Ana again with the doppelganger. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Ana will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion, though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. As Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, so he's got Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Arme's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25s now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's That's a refresher shot.
That
There's
would be
no way to
bad.
get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex now.
Yeah. The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE
It's
is
massive.
really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. For just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG.
The only impact in teamfight is spread armor, but that can be all impact Luna needs to have. That can really be everything she needs to make happen here.
Radiant
Needs
structure.
passing, of course, down. DJ needs Mango to swashbuckle away one last time, and gonna be in for him to get away.
Not for you.
Welcome team actually already falling behind across the lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Oh no, should be dead. He has no form of regen coming in. And look at that. It's really the only one not putting his belt on the center war right, putting it on the Witch Doctor. It's gonna claim all 4 of those bounties. I'm not sure if Fnatic planned that one or if they should have it that center war would be the easiest person to first execute, but they've got their first blood. Iroha running up the high ground, potentially risking his life, but Fnatic don't want to bring any extra heroes, don't want that.
You're welcome.
Some kind of a big rotation that seems. I mean, Ice, I mean, just sending treants around to people, to annoy people. As it works out, as long as you create space, I can see it work. You're preventing the enemy from farming while you're farming. And it looks like before the runes can even spawn, we got a brawl going on the bottom lane. Okay, buckling out of there, gets stunned by the Luna though. One push has poison, we'll do the trick here, but DJ still juking. And finally down to the heavy dust that one attack before Team Fnatic lose out on 3 of the 4 runes, securing both for themselves. Of course, 27 is farming Fnatic. They want more playing real badly to make sure they get that hero picked up in time. Obla.
Know your place.
Take the map with a singular there from the marker. More flick. Nothing's ass off, I mean. Team Fnatic can just go for a couple of kills. The only thing they need to do is shut down Luna. So far, it's farming way too good. But the same can be said about the Morphling. Either one of these carries is really going to carrying in the mid lane, really going to pull a lot of momentum for the team. So if we turn over the network a little bit early, we can everyone is still, even for the 6-minute mark. We're not quite where they're going to be at. Even the Luna, who doesn't have everyone else, there's of gold. Meanwhile, as getting out of the stage, profit could go down. It'd be huge for the side of Team CLCombat team. And I wanted to call them Team CLCombat by team first there to get into that habit, but they are putting the delivering on the combat a lot. Let's take a lot of brawls, a team that really likes out fighting rather than just out maneuvering the opponent. Narcissus on the next prop Witch Doctor. Yeah, not taking a lot of damage. Jett going down. Luna still fighting up against Iris. There's gonna be the victor there. Now, can we kill further together with Mars and the huge arena? Iroha as well as Salary on the run out of there, and it looks like Hello Demon is gonna execute perfectly there.
Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under...
Feel the arcane power.
So it looks no other escalations happening all across the map. If you get caught by 26 seconds, it could just be a small kill. I mean, the hero you're after, the heroes I should say, because there's also at that point where you want to let him down. Right now he is up for his skull bash, for any kind of fight-winning item. If Urza gets that, it could be devastating, and CLCombat could really just take the lead in this game and never give it up to the point where they take it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
23 savage surrounded by 4, and up by 2, and both of us coming out at the same time. 23 savage may just survive for a while, has no more agility left to morph. That's gonna be his
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And now Luna is gonna get killed as well. She has an ultimate to retaliate with to try and keep herself alive, but that's a hard carry for hard carry. Both teams shutting down their respective other hard carry, and then realize, oh wait, supposed to be our core. We were supposed to protect while going to the next, but I think the game goes in favor of the CLCombat team a little bit here. And CLCombat team, they got Urza as soon as Urza gets any kind of a gap close, any kind of an initiation tool, he can rely on, he can use to get in there every time. I don't know, it seems it's pretty good to ask me. It's all about Urza getting to work out there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The forest. Take this to heart.
Urza takes the part after Island. On the top lane, Mars trying to double kill on Ola. The loot is coming in. That's not ultimate yet. As such, Team CLC have themselves very careful here. It looks like everyone's going to survive. Team Fnatic at this rate of an advantage because more things simply quicker farm. Luna doesn't quite have the option to turn all of her death into agility to hit creeps with and will. She did, that'd be huge though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Urza gets stunned once by the person in here. Second and third stun and down get committed there just to make sure Fnatic, they are looking to shut that Urza to keep being able to two-shot people, kill them off in a matter of seconds really.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Aster really gets chased without knowing it. Even like they walk up the high ground in vision, do get protection underneath as well as a cat bound out. Now running side to the Medic, however, exchange 3 7 goes down and Abe on the center of world keeping him alive. So possible Mars takes the kill finally. EJ dropped to the ultimate in a matter of seconds, so all of the combat team, they show if both teams just throw their resources at each other, all of those resources, the CLCombat team is by a long shot. This superior team here, Urza and Luna just have too much damage, even if Luna is still super good. And on that ultimate without the Luna just right clicks here. We're gonna get there and a bit of mistiming, at least of them, but I did not have the time to teleport out and Urza, the old fuzzy wuzzy, just going to take
Radiant's
off
bottom
the
tower
map.
is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And everyone on CLCombat team grouped up on mid lane with Team Fnatic. Playing this a bit more aggressively, doing some split pushing on that lane cover, while of course still waiting for their Morphlake to pop. Morphling, opting for the Sage and Yasha build here. With a bit of lifesteal, I mean, farming Yasha as good as Morph as it is on any other agility hero, if not a little bit better.
Dire's top
The
tower is under
combat team
attack.
would love another mint. But they're not gonna
Dire's top
rotate
tower
and
has
use no
fallen.
Urza into the mid lane
Radiant's
team
bottom
for
tower is under
acquisition, I
attack.
mean.
Radiant structures
CLCombat
are
team are
fortified.
basically blind, especially in their own base at their half of the map. They can just run up the high ground and even needs to set walking up the high ground in Invis isn't gonna cut it here.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, combat team picking up 2 rooms and that already means the goal is back to tie here. Exact 50-50 between the two teams.
Dire are scanning.
I'll take that.
And while the close, neither one of these teams really taking a chance to run at the other, taking a chance to make the other side difficult. Stated that both try to engage at the same time, and our ultimate as a smoke tank was that was underway, and which just comes in with cast the kill on Earth as well. That's the double on 23 Savage, who's now got his team back with a nice little bit of gold on him. He's fighting while the rest of Fnatic. And third kill there. Meanwhile, Luna and Demon got away. These two kept fighting themselves to Luna, saving it for BKB to even allow her to reliably get the ultimate to max damage. EJ going any kind of swashbuckle damage on his Pangolier here, I mean,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
with this Spirit Missile you kind of got damage going for you anyways, but
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Regeneration.
also means that Fnatic get the snowball going and Luna doesn't. This game goes on for another, let's say, 15 minutes. I could definitely team Fnatic this but they're morphing. It shows he isn't the only carry in Dota anymore.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Shaman.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fnatic gets contested as a Fnatic, but it comes the Urza looking for the Urza kill. On the end, he gets down. Not even coming out as that is the arena, and Urza can't even play anymore. But the tank more. This kill comes up kill with more. Back into legit. Olaf gets ran for hit. Of that defense run for trying to peek around that corner, got punished though, and it looks like Team Fnatic 15 kill, 5-fold lead going now. With these actually, I mean, they're already making this look real. There's years of difference between these two teams. In terms of how much experience they have with Dota, how many turns, how long they play in tournaments. CLCombat, I don't know.
Roshan
they
has
can
fallen.
just
Radiant's middle tower
let
is under attack.
Fnatic win that easily here. If there is a single good Luna ultimate from the side of CLCombat team, it could be enough to actually just take a team fight for it. Here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And it looks like here, not a part of here, because in comes the spear, trying to set dive, but it's really the inevitable. Now goes Witch Doctor as well, but do the thing there, supports here. As Mars comes in, line good deal, taking a lot of damage. Luna trying to run around after the Mars, losing his tank. Especially, there is a thing you should be focused and get himself a double kill. Ice goes down, but 23 is about to have that missing kill on the Shadow Demon that she's been chasing for a while here. He's still playing with more. He wants to keep on chasing. It's no longer last alive from his team either. 23 Savage, he comes from the corner and just goes like,
Radiant's bottom
by the way,
tower
I can
is under
fight
attack.
now. Can 45 now. Well, he can 45 speak at. It's unlocked up, but there's the leader role, setting up the help assassin. He doesn't even get to further recent turn. That in comes chasing some more flame. Little does Urza know that but with that he better. He makes help B5. It's up, so Urza has to look out there. It's gonna be Bo2, so 23 Savage me up. Just looking for more people to like in the face of going full or near full immunity. And that's gonna be a martyr to a loop. Luna even throws out the ult in retaliation, which gives a bit of chitter to the Morphlings, got full strength and walk out of there immediately.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
More about to have Satanic completed here. That's also really interesting. That means
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
not I disagree with Satanic more, nor that there's anything strange about building it in general. However, picking it up for first core item up, second year, that definitely goes to show statements that all of those stats are DJ saying himself. It's definitely understandable why they respect that so much. On the side of Team Fnatic, more playing out. Gonna get one because from this that may be able to attack comes them are say small things like morphing the Valedict, starting Urza in, and Luna is gonna go down here as well, which means Fnatic they end up taking game number 1. He already called them. I'm the side of CLCombat team. And if they do give a smiley face, GG calls in. Let's be fair, it was a really one-sided match. Fairly enough viewers might have expected this outcome, but that gives combat.
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off. And he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. And I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in that fight. It's one of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Aries did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm as ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Zame to have this invis rune. And Zame will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeps. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Spear picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the sense on creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the man to back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. I mean, X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wards that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. Is he ready to push in? Look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL Armies on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a head for this team fight. The LGD are been gold, but no blood taken for 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
He's in the trees. They're on the high ground. They've got the vision with the Shiva's covered. Anna's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the Catapult. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Challenge, but Challenge already got the BKB out. The Sunstrike's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon Discord proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom rune, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding onto that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. And they breached through it. It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tails already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will. As they get upon him, they find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and Jerax. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split, of course, up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. He's in. The call, the EMP, the Catapult, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it up. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice roll. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. They've got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in, the combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus? And X-Nova is so low. As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the charger. They find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without 2 of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill him.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the double. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. As Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost, he's got
Oh,
Hex
maybe
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger armies over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No,
Back.
real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice, nice play from Arme.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead the PSG OGG had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment with these last few fights. Obviously the 25s now coming out on
5
OG.
seconds
Thompson's
remain
into the pit.
What a
Fnatic's
time when
turn
DB
to
coming out for him
ban.
too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refresher shot.
That
There's no way to get this. There's
That-
no way LGD
Fanatics
and
turn to ban.
7
Radiant
25.
team ban. Radiant team ban. Fanatics turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Fanatics turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Fanatics turn to pick. Radiant team pick. Radiant team pick.
Bang.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Fanatics turn to pick.
Legion Commander.
Fanatics turn to ban.
Timber Saw.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Fanatics turn to pick.
Dusk.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, with that we are jumping into the second game of the second best of 2 of the day. Team Fnatic once again up against CLCombat team, who've been doing a good job holding their own against this much of a superior team, but it is just that a David versus Goliath matchup with Fnatic very much just taking the role of David.
Remaining.
And I mean, in the last game, you already saw where even with a couple of
remaining.
recovery kills, both teams tried to shut down their opponent's hard carry exactly when they needed to, and kind of realized, oh crap, that was our own hard carry dying there on the back lines. And well, that just kind of set this matchup too, because CLC, they may know what to do, but in the end, Team Fnatic are the more experienced team, are the team that kind of know how to counter a team.
Fnatic
Do as well, know how to counter a team that plays perfectly along the lines of their item timing and the lines of their heroes' power curves, really. We get to see a Venomance picked up now by the side of CLCombat team.
Radiant team ban.
So far, the hero has had very little success, but I believe in the Venomancer, his magical damage output potential is just huge. There's also a Bane who can capture people with that ultimate, who can lock down and base as initiation. Of course, CLCombat team, they are very initiate dependent, especially with that lead commander. I mean, if you fall off and you try to make a play with that LC, you go in, you try to duel, and you do not have the damage, you're no longer going to be able to find any duel initiation. Once it gets clear that
Turn to
you
ban.
have absolutely no damage output anymore, then CLCombat team aren't gonna make a comeback, so I don't know what their hard carry is gonna be. I wonder how they're going to make up for their bit of a damage deficit here, especially because most of their heroes do kind of fall off.
Thanks.
And it looks like Team Fnatic, they're gonna last pick the Klings with that Lycanthrope, with that Tiny. They have plenty of push. They have Tiny and a Timbersaw, so a lot of front lines as well. The Phoenix alone,
10 seconds.
I mean, not quite the best backline healer, but Team Fnatic at least can say they got a backline healer. CLCombat team, they got Legion Commander, capable of healing people up, going for a couple of good purges every now and then to keep everyone fighting for as long as possible, however. CLCombat team, they need to pick up something. I don't even know. I mean, Endmage seems good. The Meepo ban out here, that would have been huge. A Meepo draft for this game would have perhaps allowed CLCombat team to actually take game against Team Fnatic in this group stage here.
Admiral Concar.
And well, the heroes being locked with that Kunk last pick, definitely that hero bursting him down at the start of the team fight. However, I wonder if this Kings can really shine. I wonder if this Kings really gets to snowball. After all, you need a lot of death pack damage. You do need to keep that momentum going. So they say, you know what, head-to-head race. Whoever falls off first loses. Let's do this. They pick Klings, and now it's Legion Commander Snowball versus Klings Snowball. It's Lycan push against Kunka's insane push, where he just kicks away with a single Tidebringer. And well, we know a lot more of attrition oriented, unlike the Tiny who goes for pickoffs. But either one of these teams has a support that just goes for really good, really high effect ganks and tears everyone apart. I mean, whether it be the Tiny coming up with an Avalanche Toss combo, or whether it be Venomancer coming up with a Gale plus that Sting just ticking away at you, it's gonna be really hard to pick one of those.
Normally.
Это такая душка! And with that, we got ourselves a game. We got ourselves the side of CLCombat immediately, running down the bottom lane, and it looks like we have a pause as Tiny's PC could win like that, it seems. Hopefully it's just gonna be a short disconnect. I mean, nobody seems to be playing the Compendium Playground for a change. Usually players are all over that. Then again, okay, Klings,
You fought well.
the only one playing so far.
Alpha Wolf.
And Team Fnatic calling the go there. While Klings still plays the hero fighting game, they need Kunkka and Shadow Shot still. But there's the goal already. There's the teams coming out to meet. And CLCombat team, they would really like to go for a first, but yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do so with 3 people rotated in this aggressively, and potentially just a very good, very strong safe lane setup here with that Venom and the core seems. I mean, Venom is position 1, Legion position 3, considering how the Legion commander as position 3 still gets hard carry worthy damage, still just gets to make people's lives difficult even without having that safe lane, having the babysitter in the laning stage. Moment of courage and a couple of good trades are really all you need to hold yourself in the lane. I think there's already war up there, but no. It is actually just 3 heroes giving vision from every direction, but DJ doesn't quite know that yet. CLCombat team, they're playing games, they are securing the rune advantage here, starting off the game, going into the laning stage. I wonder if they can get their position once Venom ends to snowball hard enough here. That hero needs to be kept in line, that hero needs to keep snowballing really. Once you fall off, there is no comeback, there is no turnaround other than like right after you fall off with that huge Venom's ultimate. But if you mess up that ultimate too, if you fail to get any kills, then your damage just stops scaling. It's that simple. That easy really. Meanwhile, Ola on the Legion commander hasn't even taken a single skill yet. Moment of courage would have definitely given him like 400 more health at this point, so I don't think Legion commander gonna die as the first one anytime soon there. Meanwhile, Aster got the fun job of trying to prevent Tiny from doing deep shenanigans.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Venomancer, meanwhile, just farming his bottom lane. It's dead. Venomancer ahead in last hits. Ola being as much of a nuisance as he can, purging off all of that Phoenix, all of that Phoenix slow, and looks like Ice has to get himself out of there, can't really. Okay, now he can pull the creep wave, now he can just walk down the side and get the brains at the base. That's a solid paid for creep wave. Meanwhile, look at the true shenanigans that DJ is pulling here. They say, okay, you're trying to crash farm Venomance against us. We're just gonna take his creeps away, make sure the Venomance does not get to farm. Moon on the Kings, meanwhile, up against Kunkka, not quite the matchup that Kings would like to have. Well, he's lasting really well with those arrows. Tidebringer leveling up and Kunkka getting more and more AoE nuke range. It's gonna make things harder and harder for Klings as the lane goes on. Up until Kunkka level 7, of course. He gets Tidebringer max. Kunkka can not really keep up with Klings scaling for a whole while. armor reduction above, just a lot of physical nuke damage after all. Tries to pull some creep shenanigans as well. Pulls in some last hits to, you know, hand deliver to the Venomous as Venomous goes into Ice's eyes, looks for a potential first blood, but isn't gonna find that. Reactive armor just too strong, helping deal with all of that Venomance's magical damage for the time being at least. As that poison sting is being maxed here, it's just gonna increase. The Venomous Gale also only got powerful as the game goes on, at least until level 7. Team Fnatic, they're pulling ahead regardless. Ola, by being on that huge Legion commander, is gonna get its courier sniped. It's gonna get bullied out of the lane as just gets to continue free farming. So right now it's CLCombat as well as Kling's pulling ahead, and it looks like CLCombat team, they bring in their Tusk, trying to shut down this Klings, and well, Tusk instead gets killed off by the Klings as huge damage for that tower dive. Klings however didn't get any Dark Pact damage. That's gonna be, or Death Pact I mean, that's gonna be really important to see him scale, to see him get like 20, 30 per damage going. I get that like 5 damage each stack is very low, that's like half a duel. That's not quite what you need to get yourself somewhere. But 50 damage from each of those skeletons is already a amount of 3 snowballs that really wins your team fights 10 minutes longer than you should be winning team fights. Nice nightmare dodge there. Making sure that no Timber escape is gonna happen here. Ice gets taken down by the Venomancer, who's just right clicking a ton of damage.
Haste.
DJ running down Cesare there. Puts him down to half health, but there's the Legion commander on the backlines, just waiting, sitting around. And now LC got the Tiny coming in. That, however, even with the Hex Rune, is still a very good trade for the Legion commander. With every hit, the two of them each other for the Legion commander. That's just more health, more gold swinging around in terms of gen that you have to spend this on. Ola gets run down. There's the Avalanche, there's the toss. And one more right click from 23 damage is gonna do it. Lycanthrope secures himself one more kill for the side of Fnatic. Team Fnatic now going for the in the bottom half of the map. Meanwhile, Timbersaw got killed off though. So Team Fnatic, they're gonna get a rune advantage here at the cost of losing their Timbersaw, however. That would be the very best trade, but they are 1k ahead. They got that clicks. Looking to snowball, looking to continue scaling here. Over on the top lane, Ola no longer left alone. Comes on and he has a chip ready. Position to kill off the Legion commander if Ola somehow makes a single mistake here. And with all that going on, 23 Savage just continues to free fall.
Illusion.
Team Fnatic, they have to play this a lot more disciplined, can't go for half of the ganks they attempt here. But they just keep going, they just keep attempting ganks. They will find themselves Ola on the lead commander. With Klings behind her. And Ola running for his least, taking a ton of damage to the back, and it's gonna go down quite easily there actually. Lycanthrope still sprinting all over the place, does not want to see a big brawl happen here. And I mean, CLCombat team, you gotta keep in mind, a lot of the time they are the ones to avoid brawls and go for pickups instead, which is very difficult to pull. They are going to pull a perfect pickup though on the Tiny. Could get a kill on that hero. And Team Fnatic, who are winning the lanes, who are out farming every time they are left to their own demise for a little while too long. They are pulling ahead, but slowly. CLCombat team doing a great job at keeping Fnatic from finding that team fight who he's. They're trying to, you know, going here to make sure that Klinks comes online. Klinks gets to snowball all over CLCombat team before CLCombat team can really take charge of the game, turn the game upside down, and have that Venomancer run people down. I wonder how well this Venomancer is going to fare in general, while the damage output is most definitely there, and Max is hurting.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The thing with Venomancer is his level 1 ultimate simply doesn't have enough impact. His level 2 ultimate, by the time he gets it, it's gonna be a bit late here. So he really wants to get a Kaya, really wants to double down, slowing people down, killing them off. Speaking of slowing people down, killing them off, Kunkka almost suffering that fight with the Klinks ultimate though. Savage. Does he want to go for an okay? He just wants to keep. He just wants to force the pressure on the bottom. He doesn't quite want to risk it for a kill on Ola there. I mean that man definitely killable and did lose a lot of mana just from the Necro Creep there. In comes the Kunkka with a double damage rune, but that is gonna be the Lycan. That is gonna be a perfect mark into the ship and a duel up onto the Lycan. Ola. We're getting that first duel victory. Fnatic losing the hard carry as well here. Still 2k ahead, still out farming in every other regard, but losing that core Lycan is pretty much huge. It's gonna keep CLC in this game for quite a while longer. And it looks like on the top lane, Jabs got killed off. 3 men roaming to mid lane won't find a thing. However, Venomancer did find a kill on that Phoenix, who admitted he has a very hard time sustaining himself against damage over time, plus that Burn of Shadows getting committed. Moon is gonna get mana. There is the Dust of Appearance. Ola does not have to duel 3 more seconds, but Klinks no chance of surviving that long even. Legion Commander just curing a kill like that, and as long as he's snowballing, you don't care whether he's snowball with dual victories or with items. Tiny now gotta make for a perfect follow-up dual target, and that's gonna be it. DJ hitting the floor.
Radiant's middle tower is
Not
under
really
attack.
maintaining all that much of a gold lead anymore. I'm gonna switch over to Gold Worth here after the 10-minute runes have spawned as well. It's 23 Savage on that Lycanthrope, who, I mean, yeah, he has a lot of push, but what he adds and push to a team, that hero really just lacks. In terms of late, in terms of scaling, the only thing Lycan has in terms of good scaling is the fact that he can just play around his ultimate cooldown and replace that slot with another item, giving you more impact. However, if CLCombat team can just keep going those kills, can just keep getting their Venomancer more fed, I could definitely see them run away with the game before Fnatic know what's happening here, as Team Fnatic did to them the last game. All depends whether Moon can find himself a couple kills soon, or one team fight soon.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, Team Fnatic
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
in the Radiant jungle. They aren't making a move on the side of CLCombat team, who instead are smoking forward, are looking for another pickoff, which they will not quite find for the time being, though. Like a trope, get X knocked up. That's a hit to the face. These command is there with follow-up goals, and it looks like 23 Savage just getting pulled up. One fight after another. Venomancer did go down, so CLCombat team missing their damage potential for the rest of the fight, and with that, is gonna get killed up by the Klinks. Kunkka running for his life, but okay, yeah, I think it's just dead to the Phoenix. Timber's
So, gonna go down in exchange for that one, and DJ may have walked a little bit forward and saved his body, underestimating the damage from the Legion Commander. Nice heal from the Phoenix, and Moon positioning himself, trying for another kill. While the Death Pact is active, wants to make the most out of the snowball potential he still has going on. But it looks like they're just grouping up, they're just regrouping, trying to get another go at Fnatic. If they now teleport out, they should turn this into a good amount of gold for them. And they know themselves, however, it looks like they are rather going to fight this with the avalanche toss plus X-Bow. It was Chad dying first there, but with that Fnatic at 1, Fnatic gets the hard Venomancer. Link still going ham, still snowballing. It's gonna kill the Bane next. It looks like Moon could be looking for more as Kunkka. Okay, he is gonna get himself back away to the tower. He doesn't necessarily want to keep pursuing here. He's got 20 permanent damage up. He's got 1.6 in inventory. And apparently it's gonna be Clicks going for an Orchid early on. Rather than that archetypical Desolator or Hurricane Pike, which are two of the most popular items together with the one that clings right now. I'm still a big proponent of the Hurricane Pike clings, as long as you got some form of damage output, but no, it was actually components for the medallion being bought, then never mind that.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, that's more of an archetypical build medallion into then either the Solar Crest or a Desolator first into a Solar Crest after. As long as you maintain your own damage output and then fully focus on amplifying your teams. Especially very hero with a little bit of damage amplification, because Necrobook creeps, yeah, they don't scale. They're just gonna fall off. However, before they fall off, Lycanthrope definitely gonna be reckoned with. And Team Fnatic, they could just go find themselves some good push opportunities with that Lycanthrope up online right now. We got another pause from DJ disconnecting here. And back to play Meepo game we go, as Team Fnatic have a way harder game in their hands. Have a way harder time securing those kills with their Klings, but now that Klings is finally starting to come online, it's finally starting to become a relevant hero here. Fnatic could very well just turn things around.
Dire are scanning.
A few more fights like the one they did bottom with their Klings, then have Lycan whack away at the tower with the creep army. Really show how much push he actually brings to the table. Especially with that Necro almost being level 3.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Lycan procs the ultimate and runs at a Bane, it seems, but blocks himself in, however, and won't continue running at the Bane. Now instead setting his sights on the Venomancer, who gets stunned up once, and then the Lycan ultimate is gonna wear off the creeps. No longer fast, and now Lycan taking a little down to the face. Infantry Savage, can he get out of there or turn around? Looks like he can't quite do either with the Timbers behind him being up enough view. Venomancer gets found by the Phoenix and gets burned down. Just going for a potentially suicidal play, but that is completely worth it. Procs the Egg and Timbers will make one kill in exchange for the Phoenix. Getting taken there by the side of CLCombat team. CLCombat team now trying to get a of that fight out of there. Couldn't quite get the lead counter initiation on the Lycan when they wanted to. And even then, if the teams just throw resources at one another, it goes to show how much that Legion Commander matters, how much the ability to knock somebody down and nuke them down reliably matters here. Roa is just gonna go down, and Klings takes his 6th damage stack, making it at 33 damage. That's really gonna add up, especially with that. Oh boy, no time to talk. Accessory goes for a snowball here and gets turned on by the Lycan instantaneously. I mean, with Venomancer behind him and Lycan having no ultimate, there was skill punch on the Lycan there. However, this is simply punishing the lack of vision that CLCombat team are experiencing right now. The lack of map awareness. CL pretty much just sailing in the dark here, Legion Commander. tries to go for a duel. Heading towards Spoon, but without the blade mail, Ola. There's no chance of ever getting that. He's even committed the ultimate to make sure Legion Commander goes in time, and while that was happening, Roha got killed off on the bottom lane as well, making sure to shut down the Bane there. Bane, yeah, it's just a support. However, what Bane plus one can do, even plus the other support, Bane plus Venomancer, fair game. Bane plus Kunga combo with the Night Torrent. We've seen that a couple of times in the team fight. The Fiend's Grip into a ship is even bigger. Venomancer goes for an ultimate, gets that ultimate countered by the Phoenix Egg, which is just gonna explode for sure this time around. And the next good Jabs forward. Jabs has already taken a lot of damage over time there, but he does not mind going in from against the Kunkka with things behind him, knowing full well that the damage is enough. Legion Commander barely gets that duel victory in a cage for Iroha and Sasori's life. So, and Ola, yeah, he's starting to, at least in those duels with the Blade Man, really tear people apart. But unless he can tear apart the Klings, this is really going hard.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant
Team
structures are
Fnatic turning onto the next tower, pushing down the tier 2 on mid. They're not even quite gonna finish that tier 2 tower. Instead, all retreating the second that CLCombat team come out of the base despite that 6k gold lead and huge momentum spike for Team Fnatic. They are still playing carefully, making sure to bait out their opponents first. Ola turns around with the blade tail. It's gonna be pretty dissuasive for the Lycan there, but Tiny, even if the blade was still on, if he had gone in, he would not care because it's simple to type tanky. But with that nuke, oh, look at the Kling's ultimate though, didn't have a lot of damage to the Kunkka and Sasori. Just trying to create a little bit of space. The top split into the Kling's ultimate is gonna get Moon. An unstoppable streak going.
Radiant's top tower
Kling's
is
now
under attack.
has way more damage than the Legion Commander going on, plus those skeletons, plus a lot more just armor reduction. He is hitting so hard. Yeah, Moon's super squishy, but with 60 permanent damage, you are able to take objectives, you are able to ult for a ton of damage, and that alone makes Klings really worthy of being in position 1 in the current patch. I think like Anti-Mage and Terrorblade are generally the go-to scalers, and even without the permanent damage, Klings would just hit like a truck with those steering already. I mean, that's almost 6 damage for free just from having it from 12 mana for each attack. That's a good deal that we make, and down goes Roshan. Team Fnatic
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
looking to push their lead on this game, push the aggression, and 3 Savage securing one of the bounty runes with getting the other one, while the bot ones are both going to jabs here. Fnatic up to a 12k gold lead, and it looks like they managed to, especially when they can run away with game number 2 here, just out snowball since CLCombat team, you can already see them struggling with the limited amount of resources they have. Where did they take the damage from the big kill? The blade on the Legion Commander just isn't enough anymore. Ola. He may be tanky, but Fnatic aren't squishy enough for that blade mail to work out. Instead, Ola is gonna go down, and so will Sasori. Now Team Fnatic turning back into this tier 2 that's still standing. They feel like pushing high ground, but can't yet. Still need to take care of the towers before they do so. Things already got up next step. Going ready to continue his armor reduction. This push is hit as well. Venomancer comes with big ultimate onto 4 people, but what's the 4-man Venomancer ultimate? I mean, all of the damage the Venomancer deal is just getting regen back up. All the while the Rex are still being contested, the tower is still being tanked without that Venomancer ultimate. The CLCombat team will have no shot at all at making something happen, so they try to do it right now, but the indication isn't quite there. Good Bane going down first, and then Sasori counting down with 2 more Klings arrows. Klings right into that, the lead commander with the blade mail, but GG already gets called as CLCombat team, they see, okay, yeah, we messed up our initiation time. We just lost the series, and it was a good game indeed. Means Team Fnatic, they got their A game. They definitely were just like, okay guys, let's try our hard to take this as a clean 2-0, and well,
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, there's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Arme comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Aries did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm as good ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing around rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees. He's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Creeks. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Claws as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the stride, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in the series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The blood bright silence connects. He's got the matchup back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. I mean, X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. You're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of Rack. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Army. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PLR is on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25.
So close.
With that final split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give a head for that with this team fight. The LGD are big goal, but no blood take over 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Rosh right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7, same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon discount Jeremy, so protected and DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X-Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the spark, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
He's in the trees. They're on the high ground. They've got the vision with the Shiva's covered. Anna's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the counterplay. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As Jerax as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon Disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these Force Spirits. On the bottom rune, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
See Anna. Still holding on to that buyback on Jerax. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. And they breached through it. It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No Tails already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the face to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will as they get upon him. They find his life. 1 minute now without No Tail and without Seb. Topson, Anna, and Jerax. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jerax is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split, of course, up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers, he's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into their Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose their top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to get the set. He's in. The call, the MP, the counter, but FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But it's not enough. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice wall. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. There's now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. They've got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Topson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of No Tail. FY will fall. Arme looking towards No Tail. No Tail pops the hand of God, but No Tail beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Topson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? Jerax coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the 2 of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it? It's over. He's on top of him. Trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger. Now retreating back towards the base. X-Nova will survive. Jerax back in. The combo. Meatball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Boss the Shiva's gone. He's on top of Jerax. Jerax is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova is so low? As the buyback for Jerax comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the Charger. They find him. Arme, he's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without 2 of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from Jerax onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He set the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the double. They see Cataclysm coming out. And Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the head. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes. And Seb, he's finding, looking for Arme. Big Daddy No Tail gets the penitence out. Only onto the illusion though. Arme able to waveform up to the high ground. As Arme should be fine here.
Thompson's got the ghost right. He's got Hex
maybe.
up soon too.
Oh, the doppelganger Army's over the trees. Can he hide his way out of this?
No, it's back. Real one.
Goes for the waveform. Seb tries for the call, but he's already out of there. Nice play from Army.
And he buys so much time too for his team there. The Brewmaster was dead for 120 seconds, now only 90.
Still a big window for OG. They're only without Jerax for the same amount of time. And that lead that PSG LGD had, it is going down a little bit. Only 4K, 5K at the moment. With these last few fights, obviously the 25 is now coming out on OG. Thompson's into the pit.
What a timely DD coming out for him too. I don't think they expected to be taken out as fast. He's almost able to solo it with the help of these summons. And that's a refreshing shot. There's no way to get this. There's no way LGD can.
Oh, and the Seb level 25 too. That extra Berserker's Call AoE. It catches people out. They don't expect it.
It does not feel like OG T-Rex now. At all.
The Berserker's Call now is, I mean, the AoE is really massive now when you have that talent.
It's so hard to play against. Can PSG LGD do it? They've got the Basher now for Somnus. But just a 2K lead with those last big comeback plays from OG. Still 30 seconds without Chalice.
Double Hex coming out now. Thompson and these 5-second BKBs, I mean, they were crushing with their BKBs.
Being spotted out.
Got the vision. They're on top of him. Thompson, he's in trouble. The Nullify comes out, but he got the Ghost Walk off as well as the Hex in time. Now, Somnus turns up, the blood runs down. Thompson! He's dead for 100. Has got the buyback available. PSG LGD will certainly look to force it out of them.
FY just with a Shadow Blade. As soon as they split up, he finds the perfect opportunity there on Thompson.
You got to be careful going out on the map when FY's alive. There's every chance in the world that he's going to be watching you from the trees.
And at this point, I think for Ame, it's actually going to be very worth it for him to actually just try and burn all the mana from the Phantom Lancer so he can't doppelganger all the time. That's causing huge issues in the team fights. And I see that Chalice is using his Dispel Magic every single cooldown on these Phantom Lancer illusions, but there's still way too many that are causing havoc in these team fights.
It's too constant. Like that doppel cooldown being 3 seconds just allows him to always be able to play around a little bit around the brew. They don't really have this crazy AoE when you look at LGD's lineup to just clear out those illusions. It's really a lot based off them just trickling them down slowly with like the Shivas and the Radiants and knowing exactly which one it is.
Yep, he doesn't have the crit talent, but now he does have crit from that Bloodthorn coming out.
It's a lot of damage that Anna can offer to the fights now.
And Brewmaster without BKB, very vulnerable. Cold Snap, Bloodthorn, Berserker's Call. There's a lot of ways that they can prevent him from getting that ult.
He just commits it from the back, just to be careful.
Make sure that he can get it off and get some damage in onto the tier 3s. Anna's going to start to try and fight against these Primal Split Brewlings. He'll be able to find one of them. He has been silenced. He'll take down the Wind Panda 2 as well by the looks of it. There's only the Earth Panda prevails. Seb jumps and he gets the call onto the Panda. Popping the BKB as well, so they won't kill the Brewlings off. They do force PSG LGD away long enough that Thompson does not have to expend his buyback. Thompson back in the game.
And then they're utilizing the PL very well too by replicating him, sending illusions to get some extra damage on the tower. It's just one Rax left that's holding LGD away from Mega Creeps.
And they're straight out. They're ready with the aggressive play. OG. Thompson, can he find a catch? He's close to having vision onto X-Nova.
Should be able to find X-Nova. He is stalking him. He got sights of him for a second. He was a bit far away though.
Oh, the tornado. It's got him. Thompson drops the combo down upon him. The stun comes out though. Oh, the counterplay. Jerax is there though with the heal, the tether. Keeping Thompson alive with the Abyssal Blade down. Candace here with the hand of God comes through. Thompson still alive, but Chalice gets the primal split out. He's been stunned. Thompson, the cheese, he's fine. Thompson, he goes down. They get the kill onto the Evoker. No tail. Being chased by Arme. The bash is coming through, but the Blade Mail was already out from Seb. He tries to get the call off. The bash of the Cataclysm isn't enough to find the kills. Anna leading forward. The Bloodthorn onto FY. Gets the kill onto FY. FY bites back straight away. Anna looking towards Somnus again. The doppelganger. Arme on top of Thompson. Thompson being saved by Jerax. Jerax with the tether. Arme turns into General General. There's the call. Seb, he catches Arme. Arme dead for 2 minutes. The heck. They've got Somnus as well. Oh, gee. Double kill for Seb. The clutch buybacks coming into play. Nobody has a buyback available right now. As OG stand with 5 alive on the map, 100 seconds without the Morphling.
this double talent is just destroying LGD. They have no way to actually find Ana. Like Ben said, the Brewmaster's constantly using the Dispel, but it's so hard to find the real PL amongst all these illusions in all this chaos of the fights with tornadoes and chaos meters and everything falling all over the place.
And look at this. The tier 3 tower falling. Ana frontlining it all. What's he scared of? The Blood Bride will come out. Chalice with the Shiva's Guard trying to initiate. But Ana, he's poking, prodding, beating down, and on the side, Thompson jumps in. Chalice gets in with the beat, with the call. Seb, he's got the disable as a challenge to them. The damage they got on top of the Chalice. He's into the snowball. FY buying time for him, but now he's vulnerable. He's their tags. He gets Bloodthorn. Chalice buys back. Straight back into the game. Ana trying to find his attention onto X-Nova. Chalice leading forward. The Tornado going to be off the market. Only catches out the Bloodseeker, but Seb, he's looking for the follow-up. Jumps in, gets the call. The BKB was out in time. The Bananas on top of it. Now it's Seb's got the blade, but FY with the snowball again. Thompson, Jarax focusing the rags. Thompson gets the hex up onto X-Nova. Seb healed up by Jarax. Ana still full health at the moment as the Brewlings are pushed back to the base. OG get the bottom melee racks. As still 30 seconds to play without the Morphling in the game. They move towards the mid lane. OG, can they really get it all here? The mid racks falling. They've taken a full second set, 15 painful seconds for LGD.
They're gonna keep going. They want to claim their megas.
Another tier 3 falls. OG onto the final set of racks that LGD have left standing. Azana, he gets kicked back. He's separated from the team, but he has the double gagger. He's been ruptured. He needs help, but he needs it now. Jarek in with the tap of the hand of God. Give it that double heal. The relocate as well. Jarek gets him out. As OG will successfully disengage before that Morphling's back in, as they found both racks. Jerax will die for this one, almost certainly, as he looks to tether across, but the nullifies upon him. He has buyback though, and OG just took so much away from PSG LGD, as they only have a lone range rack standing on the top lane.
I can't believe it's coming. This is only 3 racks left in this game, and one of them is a range racks on the side of LGD. Buyback status. I saw X that was buyback. It was only like 600 or 700, which is crazy. But Jerax also kind of in that same net worth territory, looking at a very cheap buyback. But 2 in the game left. IO and the PL. PL is almost unkillable at this point. Like, even without the Wisp, it's still really difficult. With the Wisp, just don't even try.
We'll see this again. It's a save here from Jerax.
The control is just not there, and they don't have the way to kill all these illusions constantly. And of course, look at Jerax coming in, starts that relocate channel, and is able to get it off. No one gets the control on him.
Keeping it cool at the time that it means the most, but he's still able to crack a smile here in Game 4 of the TIA Grand Finals. OG making a stand, now leading 9K advantage in net worth. LG able to join us.
I don't believe they actually have any 4 staffs on the side of LG. That's generally how you deal with a Scythe of Ice. And I think they can get a Scythe of Ice on the core, get a blink call, and that hero is likely dead without buyback at this point. So OG, I would say, definitely favorite at this point of the game, especially with PL having buyback. LGD, they have a couple minutes to think about what they want to do before this next Roshan.
Yeah, they can't be totally reliant on FY just getting these perfect snowball saves. Or even, like, I saw in the last fight too when it was down bottom, he even tried like walrus kicking the IO away from when he was tethered from somebody else. They need to find some other ways to be able to save, in particular that Brewmaster, who would just time and time again is the most important hero, it does seem, for LGD.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they do with the BKB call. The snowball is the only thing, but they have Bloodthorns, they have Scythe of Ice for the Tusk, they have a lot of things available. Maybe Aeon Disc perhaps for Brewmaster. I'm not exactly sure what the best way for him to deal with it is. Looks like he is going for an Octarine perhaps for almost permanent.
The sentry's down though. They see Thompson, but Thompson, he's already quick with the play. The Tornado into EMP, Cold Snap as well, they've got the Hex, but there won't be any further jumping. They just poke at Arme.
They're trying to make space.
They got the Mega Creeps.
That's the distraction play right there.
Up against the Mega Creeps. PSG LGD, it's what stands between them and the championship title here in Game 4.
And they got it right before that wave, before that 59-minute mark too, so we already have the mega creep wave coming in, that momentum pushing onto LGD's side.
And you look at their lineup, can PSG LGD's heroes deal with the mega creeps? It's hard. They don't really have that sort of incredible D push or AoE sort of hard hitters to deal with it.
That's kind of what they've been lacking in a lot of this game, right? That's what we've been talking about with the illusions with the PL. They've got ways to find them if it's, or ways to kill them if they find the exact one, but as for doing that, it's very tough when they don't have just the dispel from Chalice.
And he does too much damage to ignore at this point with the Bloodthorn. And on top of that, Roshan is going to respawn in about 1 minute's time. LGD, I think their buybacks are going to cool down around that time, but I just don't think they can withstand this onslaught. They really want to be able to prevent this Roshan. It's super obvious when there's mega creeps. With mega creeps, that's the luxury that you have. You can just wait a couple of seconds. You know, the creeps will be hitting at your T4s if you wait.
As Ana commits forward. Has no boots, but a full Eye of Scotty. 3,800 health now on this PL, who hasn't been dying for a very long time. Now he's got easier ways, easier kill opportunity, and much more survivability.
Yeah, he probably has like maybe 7,000, 8,000 HP effective with the butterfly evasion and the heal, the overcharge, and the Hand of God is just way too much. And the lifesteal from Shen too, which is another ability.
OG clearing out the pit. Very, very soon to be spawning. Roshan and PSG LGD are well aware.
Roshan's up. It looks like only OG knows.
Arme and Ana. Indeed, some illusion action. Arme's gonna get caught out by the tornado though. They've opened up onto him. Arme trying to get on top of Ana. The BKB pop by Chalice. He'll get the ult out. No Tail getting got out straight away by FY with the snowball. No Tail's dead for 100. They'll get the Chen. Ana in the midst of it trying to lock down onto FY. The rest of his team about to come over to get the tornado. Out onto X7. Looking for the cool control onto Arme. Has he got it? Arme getting stood up by the cold snap, but he's able to wait for him up the high ground. Thompson blinks in. He gets the hex up, and FY with the snowball save. They get the bash out. Sonos will be able to find the IO, but they're fully low LGD. That's Sonos there for 2 minutes. They get Thompson. Thompson there for 2 minutes. Only Ana. Ana, can he do it here? Is it half out save? Kept alive off the back of that fight, as that very much looked like PSG LGD were able to tip OG over the edge, but that plus 100 Berserker score, you could see Seb as well being very careful with how he used it, keeping it to that opportune moment after any potential sort of Manta dodges have been done by Thomas Arme, and he gets the call.
9 doppelgangers used just in that area around the Ancients from the PL. Just the constant barrage of illusions giving that distraction to allow Seb to get that call off.
And that's another Roshan for OG.
These fights have to be so hectic for the players. There's like 30 PLs.
There's just both sides. I mean, even the Enchantress is like taking a PL, and then the Morphling turns into PL.
I'm just impressed we haven't had any frame drops. You know?
That's true.
Azana. Down the middle lane.
Just walking down with a DD.
The tier 4s. Ana says he's done with this. He wants to end this game. The buyback will come out from FY. Ana. It's going to be snowballed. Ana. He's in. He's not got any backup on the way. FY will be able to get out with the invis, but this doppelganger just over and over again, meaning that Ana could just stand in. Now he's got the backup of Jerax as he gets Hex. Oh, he didn't expect it. He didn't expect the Hex, but he's still fine. Jerax had the Odis, but X-Nova into the snowball. They'll turn towards Jerax. The Ana got coming out. Jerax has been nullified. They hit doppelganger once again. X-Nova. He will survive for now. But buybacks were forced out by that aggressive play from Ana. At the same time, Seb did buyback himself on the Axe. But LGD are back up as a full 5-man.
Jesus, this is insane.
I mean, Ana was super safe there. I'm not exactly sure why I said buyback, but I mean, he has heart, he has Wisp behind him, he has Aegis, he has everything. His buyback.
And as you can see, that is the big difference. There are 4 buybacks available on OG. Only 1 available for LGD. Oh.
All this momentum pushing in. And an arcane rune up top. If they give that to Ana, oh my god. Even more illusions, even more doppels.
Oh,
Let's go.
that is
Dire
2.1
team
second
ban.
cooldown.
2.1 second cooldown.
Oh man.
Okay. Azana,
This is it.
he's ready to put it to use.
Dire
Straight into the base he
team
goes,
ban.
doubling forward, he
Radiant
gets the jump on
team
to
ban.
X-Nova, the ghost set to keep an X-Nova fine for now. Anna looking to turn his commitment towards Arme, Toxic comes in with a deafening blast from the side.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Ancient apparition.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that we are into the second draft of the third best of 3 of the day. We got this best of 3 followed by another one for today's stage in the groups here at the World Esports Legendary League. And you know, been an amazing tournament so far. Reality Rift finally stepping up on the. We haven't seen a lot of that team yet in this tournament, nothing at all, as a matter of fact. And start with the chair of the group stage games. Be up against Aster Aries for the first stage. I mean, Baden and Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet has a lot of character potential. Also has a lot of great initiation potential. He gets that ultimate. Bo2 heroes who are low at all top pool. Chances are I missed that because there's just a BTP plus rotating there and it's the kill off of whoever got taken to help. It's Prophet mid under a ward or two. Legion are now being picked up by Reality Rift.
Dire team pick.
I like that favorite hero. I hope they get a lot more of it because it's one of my favorites out there in all of Dota. It's really a high reward, high risk. What kind of risk hero? Because you always have the choice to go the duel or not. Scenario, you're just like an X ball, which yeah, that really sucks. If you miss a blink, you get your blink cancel before you can go for a blink into a call. On X, pretty devastating compared to
remaining.
in Reality Rift, Bane and Apparition and Legion all ready for them. Enough cash for the Bane, for Nature's Prophet.
Radiant team pick.
Reality Rift, using a bit of reserve pack here, most certainly take their opponent seriously. I'm not sure how they should against us, the Aries on paper. I know for a fact that Aries are the more experienced team and are starting off this draft far superior. If that nature prof plus Tusk combo can really do its thing, then it could just be a
10
devastating
seconds remaining.
show. Team Aster running all over the side of Reality
5
Rift.
seconds remaining.
Aster Aries, I think they may have won Dragon Knight for themselves here. I think with a Tusk Bane, that's actually a huge pick because you don't have to like dual melee necessarily. You can always Bane right, have that pure damage nuke available to keep your Dragon Knight in the laning stage, prevent him from being ran at, run at him. One takes in place and the other one just in the timeout box. Bane pretty effective in that regard.
Dire team pick.
They need a line of their own. Okay, it's gonna be a terror blade. That, I mean, it's kind of like a hero that starts with absolutely nothing and as a god with an army of illusions, one-shotting people left. It will not necessarily one-shotting unless he has Daedalus and it's superb. The Ancient Apparition you can definitely one-shot with Daedalus though.
10 seconds
Otherwise,
remaining.
it's gonna feel like a one-shot because by the time you can staff up, by the time you can
5
somehow,
seconds
you know,
remaining.
respond to the terrible team, you're already dead. He just is that fast, that hard. Open his range and his melee form and get again together. With a Tusk, you have enough of a help on your front line to protect everywhere else. Team Aster Aries up here, so if they can just protect the Terrorblade, it could be huge, could make for a really well snowballing. It doesn't even have to be that long.
Radiant team
to
back.
Terrorblade initiate to help Terrorblade out the target and damage them over the longer period of time, and that's both my favorite supports. The two support heroes I tend to pick if I was to try out with like 6k plus people, because honestly I'm in a MMR pleb and being forced to play people I cast always makes one hell of an experience. I those very two
10
supports
seconds
because
remaining.
supports where if you have a character that does its thing as you throw
5
your
seconds remaining. Dire team
all
back.
get your impact. All you have to do is your target person who you're supposed to nuke in every fight pretty much. Nuke them down on both of those, be hitting its ult into a team fight and then instantaneously dying. Or a Skyrim mage who could get a Ale plus I mean you hero. All core
10
items to
seconds
stuff
remaining.
like the Glimmer Cave, the Ghost Scepter, the Veil of Discord, and the
5
Island
seconds
at one point or
remaining.
another. But if you get those going and you throw out that magical nuke of the with Dragon Scepter, plus like your Veil of Discord, Skyrim, especially with beefy frontliners like the Dragon Knight and the League Commander who both got some really sexy sets of armor going on. No, the front line is sufficient for either one of these supports with insane potential to burst somebody from full health to nothing. If this native Prophet in it, Skyrim Mage Apparition who's gonna be Ancient Apparition Ultimate, Skyrim Ultimate, and he's just taking off the map. Whoever comes for him,
Dire
he's gonna
team
get
pick.
zoned by the Ancient
Radiant
Apparition pretty
team
hard.
pick.
About this time to the nuke damage. And it looks like Reality if they're gonna finish off the draft with Void Spirit here. Oh man, I really like both drafts. I
我
wish
是一个没
if
有
they
感情
even
的
that
刷钱
pick
机
for
器。
Aries to pick up that, you know, matches with this high
10
quality,
seconds
high
remaining.
没有
action,
感情的
amazing
刷
to
钱
watch
机
Dota
器。
here. I mean, I just
5
with
seconds
viewer like
remaining.
you guys can enjoy the pop these teams have added because it's gonna be very hard to. Oh wow, I had myself muted. God damn it, thanks for calling this not chat. I really need to get used to OBS new hotkeys. I hate that so much. OBS, it's a great software, it's free, it's open source, I can just do whatever my PC doesn't like. But the one thing to me is every there's an update, the hotkeys get changed from muting yourself, like mouse, my Dota, like open hotkey. I mean, using that to camera, and it's also the freaking mute, or used to be the freaking mute, but I put that one on mouse 5 and it did that back, and I remain muted for the remainder of the draft. But, yeah, people in the ticket can hear, so yeah, if I'm messing up too much, see it as shipping out the ticket. Yeah, I like both these drafts a lot. Both was picking up some real high quality with some but I always say that truly all about calculated risk and well, Aries Rift, what it takes to put in that nucleus they have. And well, Team Aries up against Team Aries Rift. I mean, in terms of CC, if we look at that for a second, we got Legion Commander and Gold Feet Reality Rift available as well, right from the Void Spirit.
10
It's
seconds.
decent if you consider setting up Skyrim Mage Ultimate. However, if you consider the team first, then us Aries are so superior. They got a Sprout, they got Bane, which is just a one-man season, a little bit of a machine. And there is Terrorblade, who you may not think about seeing it when you see a and him pick up body, but cute. And the damage to Ellie, a hero like Legion Commander, not a hero like Void Spirit is really huge. Legion Commander, she can get messed up big time by her own illusion, especially if you see snowballs a little bit too much. And with that, well, reserved time should be up soon. What I'm wondering about how Team Aster are going to lane this, I mean. Maybe 7E on mid lane, keeping up against, I think, Alacrity. I'm fair to Alacrity on the White Spirit on the mid lane. It could be Drew though. Nice. I mean, either heroes fares well against the Monkey King. You'd much rather have Spirit who damage nukes.
Better luck.
我是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。
And we got Legion. So
'Twas honorably done.
I think it's gonna be LC with this chariot right there. Just tries everyone. Guy respect that. With that Sky, I mean, those two, there's so much skill potential, not just at level 6, get a dual plus Skyrim ultimate. That is huge, that's enough to instant anybody from scratch. But that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is just at level 3. I wonder if Sheriff is gonna go. I'm
我是
personally
一
a
个
fan
没
of
有
the
感情的
Arcane
刷钱机
Max.
器。
Yeah,
我
it
是
gives you
一个
20
没有
energy
感情
spell.
的，
The
我是
cooldown
一
is
个
so
没有感
important.
情的刷钱机
If you
器。
use 3 angles on person and you just come out your Q for the entire team fight while you're being killed off. In the time you take to go down, you go through mango. The enemy gets punished so hard for focusing at the board. You really wouldn't expect that from armor Skyrim who's gonna be in any stage, but if I break out with the Skyrim level 4, level 5, and him committed into it, maxing that first skill can pay off. Most people go with the concussive shot max. It has the best mana ratio. Yes, you max it out. 95 mana maximum cost, and you know, that for nearly 300 damage plus really powerful slow and vision. It's excellent for trading regen or dominating the laning stage. You definitely take the point of the ancient steel at least around level 6, because you want to prevent the Terrorblade ultimates from coming out. This is going to be hugely necessary, especially him being the hero and just ulting himself against the Terrorblade in a matter of seconds. Get up for the Atos, make sure he has full damage potential. And this
30
support
seconds
duo
to battle.
from Reality Rift I can see them do things here. I can see them. Okay, not if I get caught like this. It's by a monkey with the tag team already. I'm nuts. And it looks like on top of the roof.
The battle begins.
Going to the Radiant, depending on the cleaning battle. Okay, so 50-50 runes still. Very nice runes still. Nuts there. Dragon together with the Ancient Apparition up in the top lane. So, only Nature's Prophet as it's gonna be a 3v1 lane on top, another one down on the bottom. Please don't show there has been easy kill with, or not so easy, Legion Commander at full health just to tank the tag team combo with Babe. I mean, was there even a bit of body block, a little bit of extra? Legion Commander would not like this. So it's like reality staying himself excellently in the bottom lane while farming. I wonder if they can actually manage to pull ahead with their heroes here. Sky Mage trying to pull creep wave shenanigans. I mean, he has got a himself. I think he's gonna go for a couple of mollies here. Something at Sky Mage, the other support on top lane gets team and ran around solo by Tusk under the tower. Tusk does not care. Get away, let's tell the tail as I mean really this Drew position 1 Dragon Knight like that alone isn't skill hard enough. The Legion Commander really has to deliver a lot of the damage with the overwhelming up as well as well, I mean, Terrorblade needing to shut down for one. And look over there, he is a demon form, and it's just gonna go on top well with Rico coming from behind and Drew taking a ton of damage lead on the Dragon Knight. I mean, to come on was their last target. Both of those heroes insanely tanked, get it to go away, but it costs him a lot of. And as the Dragon Knight, you do not want to have to tank us this early on. He has a ring of Legion to add that Dragon Blood. Him the most sustain possible for Dragon Knight at this stage in the game. Oh man, you could go back when Dota wasn't as extreme, back when people in the late game would have like 2k max health, pure hero, 3k, Cut being able to get 3k health pool on the mid lane was amazing back when. You know, the days of Danny and Navi. Back in those days, you get ironic 30 if regen on Dragon Knight. And no, that doesn't sound like that much anymore. Then the go to kill that pipe plus Lincoln Sphere. And with third region, you were so invincible. People would just have the Dragon Knight walk out tier 3 tower, melee that one down, and the AB would another call GG. They would well, Aries tries to do Dragon, not bringing out even go through his region lane. That'll be the kill happening. Not on top as get bullied out of 2 lanes at once. The mid lane for an excellent rotation from the Tusk support. Well, he doesn't have the support yet. At level 3, guys, so much more to gank people. Meanwhile, they getting ran down by the Skyrim and that combo I'm talking about. Okay, they can't quite chase, or at least don't quite go for it. But you do see the damage they do to anyone they pursue with Skyrim. It's just sitting behind the Legion Commander, being able to throw out all of the nuke damage.
Generation.
So it looks like the Reality will finally start to fly the top lane and the bottom lane. The turret lane, bottom lane. It just It's getting low, however, with all this running, the kill potential unexpected. Because if the players expect to be a kill, they can deny themselves. They can dive tier 2 if necessary still. Or just fall back to the base region, depending on how valuable a kill we're talking about. But definitely don't just get low health and get real. Like in most games, since both teams have a good TC, have a good amount of escape potential. Alacrity on the mid lane could now be the next target. Ask something with that snowball already with the round potential. Would love for the Monkey to get the ping there. 4 runes going around in favor of reality. Oh, never mind. Rio actually is I don't know. With Drew deciding to roam back to the lane, following up, maximizing his where he can. And the team with the Terror being ahead 2 kills. Yeah, I know. First of all, they aren't really ahead thanks to those runes, thanks to the commander just costing the opponent team so much damage. I mean, a great start with that ring of trust. It's gonna allow tank quite a better deal than your average blade in the left 40 of the armor. Nobody has to worry about the range. Magical output from the Skyrim is behind the Legion Commander. If it's not behind the Legion Commander, it would all not be an issue. Then you can take the blade right click onto the Skyrim and watch him run out.
Is under attack.
But not gonna be easy here. I mean, look, see sending illusions because illusions do a 10 amount of damage to the still 0 armor damage. You can't really tank up and you get himself not agility going here. Neither in terms of that's nor like one or whatever. At least you're gonna get ran down with extra selected income. This is the ball. It looks like KYX. It's gonna be just fine. Team Reality Rift. Keep themselves alive through the same station now. Preferably 70 in the mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Spirit level
attack.
6 may be in a lot of trouble here and just gonna go down. Can't get up, can't full heal back. Quick kill on the thing there. Aster are not holding their own. What they would expect here. This he has the first revival struggling to come online and switch over to goal 2. After this path, KYX next walk out there. It's gonna turn around out the way from the snowball now. That's not that it will actually heal up and get away. And watch it comes with around with triple kill.
Has been killed.
Holy crap, Team Reality Rift. Well, they are honoring their name as I can't believe we get an amazing game. That was just a freaking 3-man snowball into a beautiful turnaround with Legion as a group cooperating perfectly. They're pushing out so much damage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Getting ran down at the bottom lane, but he's still hustling on the Skyrim. Monkey wanted to get up to Master upon this gang, trying to kill it, and if he can keep that going until he whacked away at somebody else on the top lane too. A lot of trouble with Dragonite. He is not that tanky. Oh, he most definitely is not.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I killed for the staff Aster Aries who trying to prevent their opponent from getting their own tier, own position top carry, and so that is that with that triple kill already saving it for the Yule Fnatic Interceptor, allowing him to go with better through the fight. Nuts, but now into the Spirit. It's just unsecure. Yes, another kill. Double does not quite have the mana to go on the Terror page. Clarity as well. He could get Harutia, that would be huge. Harutia on the top lane hustle, running life, but still hustling once again. That's great. He's pretty escapable if he makes them slow eventually. So far escaping 3 people going for him. Only 8 hit the mana to escape here. He would be completely this way. And the team may still be fine. Nope. Or, okay, he barely gets the mana wolf in one range there. And to block himself in, but it's not gonna be long enough to survive there. A lot of space getting created for the side of Team Reality on the Dragonite to farm up, to really get lane XP going, but despite that kill taking so long, they still get worth in check, especially with top tower going down, with Terrorblade being had a little than 3 goals coming in from every direction. Speedy.
Tower is under attack.
Team Reality Rift. If they can get the Drift Knight and the Void Spirit, I think it could be amazing. Void Spirit coming in, being killed. Snowball. Which is onto the Dragon Knight. Iron Mage meanwhile starts turning out his damage up onto the monk. He was already taken down to the corruption. So gets finished by this Mountain Who and then go for Huya there. Just a bit of total damage on KYX, and KYX, well, he is such a huge player and never whooped up yet to cast that dude. I remember walking way back at the mages, and you know, he's showing that he's still got it, at least when it comes to finding those duels. I gotta keep waiting for the right moment to charge with the base boots, waiting on the snowball to pull the snowball somewhere. Now he is getting that full damage and starts from coming out. I mean, the real talk, of course, is all gonna stay the terror, especially if you get yourself a blade mail on that Legion commander. If you are able to just frontline a person in the face, but even going for those auras with your damage, if you can just fire 6 go, if you can just that mode of current damage turn, most importantly, since yeah, a little pro is a don't value raw damage output much anymore, but damage output is one thing. The ability to, first of all, in a duel, you output your income, so it's just that added damage to the duel, which is already huge. Secondly, if you duel against somebody and get life still going, you can way better odds of surviving and going for a follow-up kill. For the purge, the health you continue. Ooh, that's just a dead Bane, and that version has the ultimate available in the face of the Bane. Bane is just gonna go down. As I was saying about LC, the reason why one of my favorite heroes, that extra life that really comes in handy, she becomes really hard to kill, and like Lifestealer himself, at the point where you have to overcommit for a hero, and I think that's large part of the anti-rift strategy. KYX, the one I've been talking about, so it's gonna come into the bottom lane. Look for Huya on the next prompt who's running his life. There's no and look at Huya, not gonna get finished, but with that guy mage ultimate damage being this reality rift to return kill on the prophet there. Go lose attention for that battle. No mana any gold that worry about, because if this therapy comes online, oh boy.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Still 2k gold for reality rift. They are snowballing, they're finally more like a position 1 saving for his rush. You're making sure to maximize the damage output. Magical damage scaling really well after all, in addition to just the radiance. Get it early enough to help you dominate fighting great Dragon Knight. Being initially hero who gets a lot of right picks, and also it's just perfect. I don't know this amount of best Dragon Knight, it's doing so much work here. I really didn't give him enough credit for the impact they're having. Where Huya, no wonder he hasn't had any, all the things he needs to be arm, push up lanes and function. And he is going for that stop first item. I would love to see kill on Alacrity. Legion Command coming with duel on the top. Not a duel victory either. It's gonna set up people kill on the 7 King though. And Reality Rift are gonna get on that recurve. Up, looking to turn on the corner, but even with the snowball, I think it's gonna be enough to kill Puzzle. Hustler, yeah, Hustler keeps hustling. He's not quite gonna take out to earn there either, barely surviving against the top of those towns. This match has himself of attributes, a little bit of armor going that he really appreciates, really needs. Comes running at him, the other hero that matters. It's probably not blood about either. is going to have a pretty good time on that Orchid. Orchid, of course, the guy the anti-apparition, but against the Legion mod as well. She runs at you. She can't even use that sounds of herself. It really takes a lot of her strengths, and he's having a game. He's snowballing item-wise, and definitely having impact for his team. He's not getting that dual damage out where he is becoming a carry addition to the Legion commander.
This will do nicely. Radiant are scanning.
And it looks like it's gonna be a like so far. I mean, they are in charge of this, but they didn't even want to go for rune brawl. They don't even want to initiate the runes. That they want to soak deep into enemy territory, get Legion under in history. Yeah, we're not gonna go for this else. Yeah, not like Dragon Knight being as well. I think for 7 years, keep on running at the Monkey King, and I'm gonna get them. In comes against the British ultimate, not mark anyone. I believe Commander has the Monkey King ultimate now. The turnaround skill from Aster Aries. And then gonna be moved the next drop in as well as hitting the floor, and there's this curve made throwing one projectile after 7 This time frames is a bit dead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I can make the difference. I can children. You can even deny the Skyrim. Science cast. Yeah, the second you come out of the tree, you take that one amount of damage. You don't prolong it a little. Can actually get bound strike out of the tree going. I don't know, I don't really like Monkey King's capable of doing. Yes, good game. Well, tough. How it goes. So, it's fun to watch. Separation as well, and I want both of these teams to get better. Both of these teams really get a long game, get all of their carries in this game, because these picks are so exciting. I have hard to play myself, especially with like, this Terror Blade. You have to keep in mind, guys, we are only 17 minutes in. About 10 minutes from now, the team, boom, that's it. One by then, but with the tech, getting that good was on the lane, you know, preventing a kill and just walking back to base. This could get really that exciting pretty quickly. Nate Croft, during scale, armor alone, that alone, HP regen, and more importantly, tower push on the next profit you get with it. I mean, Dragon Knight 2 really likes that item, even tank, so I think with this much damage, 2 may just want to keep it last skill in Sentry, Ray finished on the Dragon Knight, and that's the tempo push for the side of reality. Alacrity could have also considered going for that Radiance. There is both heroes quite capable of it. Also, speaking of the 17 minute mark, that worked hard for you guys. You probably once again said that. Yet another reason to buy a ticket. I am not quite the best man in these long casting sessions.
Invisibility.
After a while, I get to use stuff, but at least this game is keeping us so it will be soon, because these teams, they're definitely not gonna stay sitting around too long. Both of them really want to get a chance at an engagement. There is a smoke from the side of reality who aren't gonna kill anyone yet, but they have KYX by pushing out the lane, and with both are gonna cut off. And there are even be any. I'll see if not she put so much on the tower. There comes the Dragon Knight. They are showing their scan is scout out the other two. Are still smoked up, they're ready, but Aster Aries, they're going for a smoke. Look to walk up, excited this, realizing that only 5 heroes committed to that.
Radiant's bottom tower
Lost for stone, dropped by the Terror Blade as well. Honestly, Southeast Asian meta, I would team to actually just put the Philosopher's Stone on the Terrorblade. I have seen multiple teams pull that off to just make sure the Terrorblade can outcome the Dragon Knight here. I said before, Dragon Knight isn't the only problem. This is you can run 10 years behind, but once she gets to that, solve it. She can cut down the Monkey King, cut down the real Terrorblade. For quite a while. It's another issue, but despite Aster getting the trade on last, very close game on whether he's going to be able to 1v3 all three of these characters, especially with the Voids continuing to farm this as continuing to amp his damage up some more.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Reality Rift, they are pulling further ahead, and again, against the Terrorblade, that could be an issue because if they, let's say, have 5 gold, okay, there's one okay, going down the golden fleet. That's even bigger of an issue, but also going to show just how much the Terrorblade is starting to impact the game in terms of farm he's getting. Yes, he came ready, so if he can't play available, yes, he can. Nick profit is gonna go down once. Grab the cut, Nate. Find that maybe with the chart still hit it on Skyrim Mage, how Skyrim Mage so would be an easy target with the team backing him up, however. Here's just shotgun at the opponent and waiting to be fired. You kidding? He had active for a while, is opting for BKB here. I mean, he could really use a bit of defense that might could really use tank up for a little bit. A root, yeah, it's kind of his Manta soon. And BKB alone isn't enough for you to fight. BKB plus Manta. You get that illusion army going at the right time, especially if you are deep. The enemy tries to use that to run it. You then proc the for the purge and have the illusions deal out really low to push as well when the enemy does not have turn. It could be huge. And the person goes with this amplification. And man, after my own heart, you really just wanna maximize damage out to the both. Well, this guy, speaking of which, he has just got instant at the building with a Walrus Pound. As all these heroes get richer, continue to come online, but really through Team Aries, looking for the initiation, looking for any kind of tempo here, realizing that Terrible Funk isn't gonna be enough. Team Reality Rift have pulled that to a 4K goalie now. In a really good spot, and if they can just
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know, I think they could really just go with take control here.
Dire's
I mean,
bottom
farm
tower
up
has
till you're
been
10
denied.
and even the Terrorblade isn't scary
Radiant
anymore.
scanning.
But if the Legion Commander, okay, it's a bit different build than I would have expected from Huya. If he does proc the KB and starts hitting into the face. Oh, we basically should that as a team fight. It's not shit by the edge of and the bridge is instantaneously down. So goes the task. So goes the no more. They are damage in with their Monkey King. And the ultimate is great for zoning, not great for preventing. Oh boy, get another kill and duel. BKB TP for the I should have mentioned it earlier. The strength of being able to do this as a hard carry, both mentally, like, not getting if you're pretty sick, but also fit, but also helpful as actual literal strength as in the Dozen attribute. If you're able to BKB teleport out after every fight gone wrong with your 27 armor actually, then at the very least you're going to keep scaling, you're going to be able to 1v5 at a certain point. If Rift the but farm you don't just stay at a similar goal that we're Rush Team Red are definitely gonna get the initiative for a while as not quite caught in combination, trying to turn things around, but now after Aries, they are fully far forward. They just a bit caught. However, the Void Spirit is separated from the team, has to jump back, make sure there's people watching his back, and well, if that Aster avoid a catastrophe as that's it. You know, they had a little bit of awkward timing there. They almost have the Monkey King ultimate up again in 30 seconds. If then Aries can go for a fight at G8, it could definitely work out. It looks like Reality Rift want to let that happen. Do not want to allow them to have this play.
My path
So just
leads
smoke
to
up
riches.
and take all 4 of the runes. Rico knows there's somebody there. He has caught the Skyrive mage up a little bit. The Skyrive mage has his entire team there with him. Yeah, there is no 7k. They are just when it comes to moving their team in a way that they think that I think that's so farm. And even when Reality Rift are grouping up, make sure to get an objective to allow them on scale even harder. He got the
Radiant's top tower
in a little bit of damage at the bottom lane because the command to teleport it as top tier 2 has been dunked up and so has Aster. Pretty much instantaneously killed up. In comes the Monkey King, killing off the other Prophet. Has on the Skyrive mage who's on his own been having a huge impact here. They the biggest for quite a while, but maybe keep Reality Rift on use that one too. You know, fight with personalization and edge off the Dragon Eye. Only one tier 2 standing. Radiant Aster are they've been playing really good for Protect 1 though. They have been just that for Protect 1 though. But and first to look for armor. And finally it's gonna take Aster from Terror and his ultimate the Monkey King, but with Terror huge damage committed there, there's absolutely no chance for Reality Rift to and fight that hard carry, to face that hard carry, even with the Skyrive mage nuke damage being available there. T-Rift trying to get it for Rico on the task. Rico, however, with the walls, but turning it, giving Monkey King his kind of set up his ultimate and try to damage that. The eagle initiation we talked about if it was mage going, because now Dragon Knight doesn't have the damage behind him. Void Spirit doing what it can because of damage. It's got kill off the nade there, but at the cost of the Dragon, that is definitely not worth it. For Spirit. Trying to get away, but getting pulled up and nearly eaten by the other side of Aries. The respawn time is still most short. Getting off both of the fat cars there. Well, got assist gold, got experience for that. This TV is starting to get ready to fight for Huya. He's gonna have here's a 3k health soon. Once he gets himself scarred, he's just gonna be a machine on the front lines. And he just comes under. Okay, well, yeah, he's got 2 dual victories so far. It's selling a pretty game in every part except for the ability to catch people. Not CKB being done at the time, nor the blade that are being online for him. Really prevents Legion Commander from thinking of to catch anybody. Oh, thinking of to course need to blade which characters we're going deep from the tree line running in. This is basically the same thinking nobody can stop your advance. Your best fun Legion Command after hitting the overwhelming on. That would be the more accurate comparison. That's actually very similar speed, but for the time being reverse reality they have. Look at how I've conditioned myself to those days. Well, but you know, reverse reality they still have a little bit of it. into a successful fight. They cannot find anyone. Every time they group up, it's a bit of an outman from Aries who are more focused on either saying, okay, you know what, you're hunting us, if you support here, so be it. Terrorblade is getting space out of it. Or the alternative, wait for the metamorphosis to be there, waiting for the count initiation to be there. I'll be slowly venturing for the considerations, most definitely there. From Aster Aries, who might game as its profit, push out one lane to another, starting to finally get some damage done on those towers.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Man, this game is so close, it's really any team's game to take control over their opponents completely.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Over. Okay. Coming against 4 people and give ourselves a short pause here. Let's hope it's gonna be resolved quickly. I am going to take a pause to go to the quick though because okay, find that darn drinking cast never like a dry really because it makes so even drier and you really need to go to the toilet, but it looks like the teams don't want this game to continue that long anyhow. I mean, at very least reality, they're gonna win this within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Team Aries at the 15-minute mark, they have won for sure. Not early. Excellent get caught on the look at that beautiful separation ultimate of 3 people, so even the Fiend script not enough to command to BK action. Instead, it got on his butt, but the Dragon who's now gonna come in and Terrorblade still backfight. He is going to off the Dragon Knight and damage from himself apparently from the BKB up half a second too low. Dragon with it. Yeah, he's gonna go down and team reverse reality. Their tank on the front line, they focus the opponents to kind of go for the thing, but he is still ready. He's still one of them output, and Monkey is chase. He's much as well. Getting caught. He's much going for a slightly risky duel, but more snowballing them. They can now Terrorblade. It be as long as Terrorblade doesn't catch them, but without the metamorphosis available for quite a while. Went down. And no longer hustle every corner of the game here.
Dire's top tower is falling.
Such a nice name though. Really excites ghetto as well. Playing some top tier here, Roche can be up in just a little the Aries. They did not want to lose their monkey to that duel there. Especially not to the duel. And it's gonna be a long chance. So the game is gonna be prolonged a while here. At the very 2 minutes until Aster Aries can get themselves an easy and go for another push with their Terrorblade as 2k goal left. That's been playing pretty well so far otherwise.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
On the middle, it's about to be gone, and he doesn't even know it. That screw in the monkey open with his party is already in damage. Now goes the Dragon Knight. That goes nuts on the peak reactor. They knew they had to go forward, put a question if they wanted to chance at taking this game against the Fat Terrorblade, but it looks like that's not quite happening as now Aster Aries. They do not care for an Aegis anymore, they just want to put tier 2 tower, get a tier 3 at the high ground.
Dire's middle tower
You know,
is under
preferably
attack.
later back to go put that Dragon Knight is still down for a minute. And on the teams are gonna get soon, and they're not even needed. Or Here to vector protection here.
Are fortified.
When they come the target instant mounts, there are if they still put the nature up in the
Dire's
base
middle
defense.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's up running at least
Radiant's courier
in terms of
has been
getting the
killed.
gold to go in there. David fight this many towers being taken. That's Root guy. He's gone. Takes an attack so he can heal. As the Manta is damage. Trying to get gone with the follow-up snowball, but it looks like it's gonna be just meanwhile Viper continuing pushing the Radiant base, but no tier on tier 3 plus a lane measure. That's about everything that Aster Aries did.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Excellent.
Got it.
This will do nicely.
So both teams kind of afraid of what could happen if they get moved on while being too far. Well, except for the version. That's a perception. Now, this ultimate up and available again in nearly 15 seconds, which is where we could see the next side. Team fight Roach is up as well, and it got spotted and the Dire have not scouted it out yet. So it's almost guaranteed Roach in like a minute from now. Fairly certain that Drift exactly what's up, and they're gonna look for the pickup when they take the Roach pick on such a close game yet. The next could decide it all. It's gonna be trying to initiate something out, staying away from most of it, but he's taking too much physical damage there with the BKB on LC, running to the Kekla lane, about to be the next one killed up, and get the Legion Commander. It's gonna separate kills of the Legion Commander there with the Next going down, buyback on the Bane, buyback of the task. It looks after they need to throw everything they've got in this. But then dieback on Bane. Game goes well. It's only the Terrorblades in the back lines now. About Metamorphosis. Ready to defend. I guess that Metamorphosis is going. We all know that Terrorblade is the ultimate. But if I goes to the road pit, Team Re. They know what they're getting themselves. They're gonna get Roach, trying to put out mid lane most likely, and then go in case.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Down goes the Tusk. Down goes the Roach as well. Clean game. Very fast game for Aster Aries. So the 5-10 minutes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They need to find a comeback. They need to somehow find a picker for them to work on. Aster are going to be respawning pretty soon. That Terrorblade Illu making it impossible to get creeps through is already a huge nuisance. But they take a lot of damage too, actually, from that Legion Commander, from that Knight. I mean, overall the odds is freaking amazing. There you go. Illus could potentially shove out an entire lane just by walking down at once. Turn 80 easy goals for the Legion Commander. This Terrorblade, he's the KV now, so the Radiant is going to be less of a nuisance. The Halberd is going to be less of a problem, but there is still a Halberd for this army against the Terrorblade. You're never seeing that up against you, no matter how good you are on the hero.
Mirrors of my delight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Reality, they won this game. They're willing to sweat for it, really put in work because they are not
Radiant's
supposed to
middle
put.
tower is under attack.
They put as that turret is online. The turret is ready. It's ready to come here. Plus
Radiant's
first
middle
3 racks,
tower has
but
fallen.
they haven't. Haven't yet been put at any kind of advantage from which they can come back with this Aegis. Looks like they're all back, so trying to lure out after Aries. As Aries continues to continue to just
Radiant's courier has been
for the
killed.
fight to come, and it looks like after Aries trying to catch in reverse. In reality, I mean, but it's from behind. It's quite working out in and that hero scared up. However, Sky with that Dragon Knight flying for. Look at the first time when comes the Monkey King ultimate, killing off the lead. Now it's a Dragon Knight. It's gonna be the next little of Drew. He is tank, but he's not that tank. That is gonna be the Aegis, and ultimate is gonna. So Drew cannot BKB. And it is beautiful. That original from the snowball on the side, keeping the support safe, keeping them on top of the Viper who is to get out of the electric, getting out of there, secures the 7E4, probably going down here. 1v3ing here. Well played on the team by has gotten a kill for Aster, and the Viper is finally gonna go down. Team B is just too big. However, it's all work in that fight. Now they dropped into him, can't push the dive bait, finish the game here.
Dire structures are fortified.
Down goes tier 1 and tier 3 tower, the first tier tower of this push. But I think, they could press the voice here. And that original Viper still getting out of there. May expect to face that turn around the Skyrap Mage ultimate out there. Has to overlap with that agent animation. But still, an instant kill going on the bay. And now Terrorblade is caught, keep it up to prevent ultimate from coming out anyhow, so. And that means more push like that, and the Forge-Master Aries, Team Reality Rift, they need to fight team fight, one perfect team fight with a smoke with every kind of initiation, and someone who's just here to bet has not lose. But Bo2 is asking the house feeling well. I can expect that very easily. This guy here is winning the game every to that big ass demon whenever he can, or he's dead. Then really are superior anyway, and that pretty much. Oh, this entire game has been going team fight as well. I mean, yeah, monkey ultimates are huge, are having a lot of impact. If the ultimate wears out, it will wear out by the time you kill Dragon Knight once, or even, you know, by the time Dragon Knight's at half health and gets himself out there, if he doesn't block by his well-placed tree, then that Monkey King ultimate really isn't all that impactful anymore, especially with Cheese still being up, and Drew having the big crit, plus a bit of flash to work with. Everybody gets out there. Taking original to the face, tiny pull on in. It's gonna enable the triple return. It's gonna be 1 dying, 2 dying. Just a Terrorblade plus freaking bean gun. Go rat-tat-tat all over. Team Reality Rift to catch anything that needs. And Kathy's really Legion Commander trying to get herself back. KYX is gonna live with BKB very well. Bane go there as the Bo2 tower goes down there as well. I mean, Dire Bear is now fully exposed, and for put like this, and one's got BGG. And X-Right truly is keeping really well. That snowball rolling after him. He is survived actually. He's Rex now they are still getting Mel. Dragonite can't fight either with the Monkey King, especially with that. So fast. Laughing at the monkey. Down goes that in a trap and okay, KYX, well, he gets the return duel. They are up against the team reality. They have to for one big push. I think it's just GG here. As an 8-second Terrorblade. It's gonna tear their entire team apart. He has a double division, but it looks like Team Aries, they're sitting back, taking their time, taking their 38 seconds till we at least when the road is going. Whatever the road time is gonna be. Mega have the time to do. They can just chill, wait for the Aegis, then go for one clean push to finish up. Reality Rift here, staying in the game amazingly well, who have almost taken the game on 2 occasions, did allow to. Well, that Terrorblade farm at 3.5k pool now with force armor to bow. Missed chance. No, it would be good. Never mind. He didn't want the style. And got 4 and a blade of the Terrorblade, which only allows you to own people in meta. When you don't have that metamorphosis, even with that metamorphosis. 10% best chance is just huge with speed and the damage output that Terrorblade has. Over relatively easy to change. In the road, while there is a Roshan, just waiting to be taken by Aster out. Haven't gotten that one out yet. They really nice roaches up, and I think they're gonna go for it soon here. With the Mega putting it, there can't even be a 5-minute smoke road bit anymore. Roshan gets taken to combat Aries here.
Roshan has fallen to the radiant.
Immortality.
The refresh shower even for that Terrorblade, for the double metamorphosis. Make sure that he can just stay in the even harder hard mode TM for a good 5, well, not quite 5 minutes, but I roughly more than a minute, and should be more than the first metamorphosis is coming out. The Dragonite just that's the buffer build keeps falling, that's right. Getting to work on that. As the Terrorblade gets ready once again with an ultimate, it's out to return damage. Still gets done, but with the team force getting literally down by those giant ass demons, and you really do need to consider if feeding how hard they hit with the wall. Try and set up the kill lead commander. KYX are still alive. Almost found a duel there on the top, but it's gonna get turned around and will get killed up as well. Locking everyone on getting to win it bot back in the face with that. It's gonna be GG for the first game of the third of the day. We still
FY, he's found himself No-Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No-Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No-Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
And I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He just knows, I just need to get my ulti off. And he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage. One of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're gonna struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
Aries did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm as good ninjas here.
Got to be careful who shows up top. Indeed, Jerax. He's going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis route. As Arme will show himself. Jerax goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, we'll find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. The Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Drakes. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because Jerax doesn't want to be following around his champ, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, he does have a Lincoln Spear picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink Claws as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character's going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the Shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Senton creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The Blood Bright Silence connects. He's got the Manta back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wards that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. This is ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen as the mid-racks are exposed. PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Army. The triple buybacks now out as Ana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks them back, but Ana gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL Armies on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top racks. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that primal split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball, he turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail, FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give an edge for that. This is a team fight. The LGD are been gold, but no Bloodseeker with 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They fought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Rosh right now so we can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right?
Yep.
It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7. Same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on Jeremy, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
It's just all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled. But
Ana, he's in the trees, they're on the high ground, they've got the vision with the Shiva's covered, Ana's on his way over, they've got the snowball down, there's the Catapult, Seb jumps in, he's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out, the Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB, he'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down, no buyback on the axe, as Jarex as well, surrounded by PSG LGD, the Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
he has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these 4 spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on Jarex. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No-Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will. As they get upon him, they find his life. 1 minute now without No-Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Ana, and Jarex. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
Jarrus is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split the course up once again. They're
Dire
finishing
team
off
back.
the second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone
Radiant
holding
team
Anna
back.
up in the skies. As this Rax on the top lane will fall, the melee Rax gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully.
Dire team
As
back.
they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers. He's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top Rax, but they won't lose the game. PSG LGD are playing it safe. They know
Radiant
how close they
team.
are.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
That one coming.
Radiant team pick.
Imba Spirit.
Ten seconds remaining.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and with that, we are back to the second
5
best of 3,
seconds remaining.
best of 2 of the third best of 2 of today.
Radiant team
So after
pick.
this, we still have one more best of 2 series coming up. Still plenty of Dota to come up in this tournament as we are hopping into the first draft here, and it looks like Reality Rift, they are instantly decided on their first combo, Grimstroke, Void Spirit, while those two may not appear to have a lot of synergy from the get-go. That Grimstroke ultimate sets up Void Spirit to hit all the spells on 2 people except for that Remnant, and hit that Remnant as a perfect follow-up as well, so, you know, it's a pretty good opener, but Aster Aries, they do not want to take any chances. They want to take this series as a clean 2-0, or at least
10
as clean as it can get
remaining.
after that long and chaotic first game to the
5
series.
seconds remaining.
And it looks like we're just waiting for Team Aster Aries to make their next ban, and
Radiant
with
team
that,
ban.
think ahead of the next pick a little at least. I mean, you don't want to think ahead too much, although there is a lot of Mirana combos that have the potential to just instantly ruin somebody's day and insta-kill anyone at will. Still, you Void Spirit and
10
Grimstroke,
seconds
a better
remaining.
combo than just the Ember Spirit Mirana. You need a Shadow Demon, a
5
Bane, some kind of
seconds
setup for
remaining.
those arrows, and there are a lot of heroes that can do that, that can guarantee a 5-second arrow, so... Team Reality Rift going for their next ban out, deciding on what to do draft-wise here. Reality Rift. I don't know what to ban out as well. Shadow Demon don't draft the Mirana synergy is also huge with the Bane, so and they leave both of those and decide to ban out a hard carry instead to, if Team Aster Aries get that Mirana combo rolling regardless, and at least prevent the really nasty hard carries from coming out and snowballing all over your team. However, with the Mirana, with the arrow potential, I really prefer Slark here in terms of carry selection.
10
Mirana
seconds remaining.
stuff, you can lash people up, have a guaranteed
5
arrow hit them.
seconds remaining. Dire team
You
pick.
can burst people with the Ember Spirit plus Slark. If Slark has just like 3-4 of their attributes though, that's pretty insane too. Team Aster Aries looking to pick up their next
Radiant team pick.
bonds here. Okay, it's gonna be a Shadow Demon rather than the Bane. Gets an evident, more than logical. Plus, you really want to take people off the map with those illusions anyhow. I mean, against Void it's already good. Force him to basically use any one movement ability.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So,
Dire
Team Reality Rift, I wonder with... Okay, they are going to try and out-snowball Team Aries. Last game they did get the lead by just farming it, by just doing what the draft was supposed to at that given stage of the game anyhow. And that part of the game worked really well for them until they got turned on, until Reality Rift's game really went south when that Terrorblade came online. But this game,
remaining.
they are not going to let the game go that long anyhow if their carry comes online. Pick up a Ricky, pick up a very fast hero. You need to shut down that kind of snowballs like the Juggernaut, where at level 6 you can just guarantee the kill on people, except with Ricky. It's not because of cooldowns, it's because of passive. You never have backstabs on cooldown. Yeah, you need to wait for your Blink Strike charges, but you do that while walking from lane to lane anyhow, looking for more kills. And there aren't the best hero pick for potential Ricky pick, neither the worst. I mean, it counts Ember Spirit and Mirana a great deal, but it gets counted pretty hard by the Shadow Demon because you can never initiate on all 3 of those heroes. Shadow Demon can save the 2, Mirana can save Ember Spirit and Shadow Demon as well. And Ember Spirit, he can from outside smoke, but just root the Ricky anyhow. So us Aries, they have a lot of saves against the Ricky, which are going to be hard to pull off. And they now have a Terrorblade to keep safe as well. They now really need a frontline, really need a big health pool. Potentially a stunner to deal with that Ricky. And it's got to be somebody who's not just an easy victim for the Abaddon Curse, who not just gets silenced up and gets his laning stage entirely denied to shut down that way. I mean,
5
Abaddon
seconds
plus
remaining.
kill potential dominated the previous past metas where you just go for an easy first blood with an Abaddon Curse plus Rubik or something. The Curse got nerfed into the ground, but it's still pretty strong, and with that,
Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
and it's gonna be the Slardar as well as the Terrible, as well as
Radiant
potentially your band
team
out.
pick.
Slardar Terrorblade synergy is definitely huge, but he's not the only star who picks Blink Dagger, jumps into 3 or 4 people, lives to tell the tale by setting up a perfect initiation for the Mirana, for the Terrorblade, to really do their thing in the team fight. And Aster Aries is still looking strong here despite that relatively good ban. At least Terrorblade this way doesn't get damage amplification,
10
but
seconds
that
remaining.
Axe ultimate plus the calls into a million spins. That's
5
still
seconds
huge. That's
remaining.
something you really don't want to be up against. Oh, Team Reality Rift about to sit on their mid laner. It's gotta be, or well, it could be a mid lane Void Spirit and an off lane picked up instead. But with the Abaddon, I think you have enough front line. You have enough infinite health to pretty much just, you know, not get ran team fights, not get ganked on.
You may now select your heroes.
And it's gonna be a Morphling picked up against the Terrorblade, a great hero because you may not have that health swap. You may not be able to turn the fight around in a perfect 360, but you do have a lot of nuke potential to prevent Terrorblade from casting his ultimate. Terrorblade to that adaptive strike nuke, and combining that with a Ricky with the silence really just make it hard for any one hero on Aster Aries to get their big spells off. I mean, all of their heroes kind of do rely on doing big things during team fights, but they need to be able to cast to do so. And silence plus a Morphling with nuke plus an Abaddon for even more silence plus a stroke. There is enough lockdown, there's enough initiation and burst. Team Reality Rift, they just need to be able to find the heroes that can make the big plays here, but they're looking nearly as strong as and the Terrorblade can come on high for the side of Reality Rift to finish this one quickly. Well, not that quickly since Morphling needs time to come online, but as soon as Morphling comes online before the Terrorblade, you try to end, or at least you try to, you know, roach into a high ground push.
Far before me. Your anger is useless here.
Meepo! 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 Meepo!
For this.
Meepo! 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 Meepo!
Oops. Regardless how bad your PC is, if you tap out while loading in, it's always freaking horrible.
是一个没有感情的刷钱机器。
Players also had to pause up there, but the go is already being called. Team Reality Rift up against Aster Aries. Game number 2. Get another pause, and this time around it's gonna be a disconnect from the Void Spirit. Hopefully a short one. But yeah, both teams have plenty of carry potential play, plenty of here. They really just need to get online. Go is called there. Terrorblade needs a lot of contested farm. Morphling needs a lot of uncontested farm. Ricky needs contested farm. And the other course, I mean, Axe is the opposite of Ricky in terms of power curve. He dominates the laning stage. He loves to go creep cutting, loves to bully people with his call. And in the late game, he stops being a core and becomes more and more of an initiator here. I don't know. Draft-wise, this is actually a really difficult one to call because Team Reality Rift, they have a bit more of an overlapping power curve during the mid-game. They are going to be pretty much unbeatable once that Morph is online, and there's an online Ricky as well. Shutting down both those heroes is going to be impossible. Yeah, you can shut down one, but all the resources you have to commit to a Ricky alone in terms of wards, in terms of dust, once it's level 6, in terms of him blink striking back all the way, forcing you to chase deep. You then don't also have the time and, well, heals, mana, support, time to commit to other lanes really. To also deal with the Morphling who can at any given time, more full strength. It's probably gonna... Electricity, I mean, we can see him stock up for a bunch of strength, a bunch of all attributes really. On the Morph, of course, that's to be expected, but I feel like on the mid lane Morph, you need to double down on those early attributes. You need to double down on not getting killed up in those first team fights. With in position 1, you can often quite be as attribute heavy. Don't upgrade your don't even buy a stick. Just get that.
Spoil that shot.
Get the juicy attack speed going from the Rave Bands. Combine that with some lifesteal and you get to hit the jump, which is pretty much all more things. Just like Terrorblades want to do.
No. Nothing for you.
And we got Shadow Demon Red. He has the means to defend himself, even without that Shadow Poison being skilled at level 1. I mean, any with Terrorblade anyhow, who has even more of a resist now wears off. So I guess in terms of poke concept you're good, but Terrorblade is performing really well against the evidence so far, especially not now that into the melee mode. Axe mean
Axe likes you. Axe will kill you last.
once the creep wave wants to get a couple of free spins, but at level 1 those spins really not hitting hard. Axe not the best at cutting creep waves anymore. Probably just gotta go down. I think that's the plan for him, denying himself into the tier 3 tower. It's not gonna count as a deny either, as Nuts continue chasing down Aster Aries. That's a good start for Team Reality Rift here. I mean, last game they pulled ahead 2 and got decimated. So it's really more about how much pressure they can keep on this Terrorblade. Looking at the last hit, it's not all that much without having a dual lane committed to the top, having 2 heroes here doing their thing, but we got Hasta on the Void Spirit. It's a man after my own taste. It's really good taste in support heroes. Actually doing that damage and setting up those initiations for his teammates. Waiting for the Mirana arrow on the mid lane here, hoping top. Meanwhile, if he gets stunned up, if he doesn't, there's a ward here. Mirana teleports out. Too bad. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a Hail Mary play to bring Mirana in over here in those bushes, but now there would be an excellent arrow that is really hard to sidestep, that Esports can set up with the Searing Chains. But it looks like this game is going to be a lot slower as both of these teams respect one another a lot. Make sure their respective opponent can't make too much of the play. Grabbing the lead.
Dire are scanning.
And electricity on this time around. He get targeted once again. Ember Spirit is there trying to help set up the arrow, but Morphling waveforms forward anyhow. He doesn't even care that there's a Mirana. Wanted to secure that kill on the Ember Spirit. 7E gonna go down. And for his life is gonna be able to get out there. Team Reality Rift, I wonder if they can keep this going, if they can keep this aggression going. I mean, Axe is starting to be annoying at the bottom lane, but see that there is an Invis White Spirit coming in. White Spirit about to have some impact. Don't mind Hustler. He's just gonna secure the kill there with Ricky. He's gonna go for the next this one. It's gonna get farmed by both of those support. One of which, well, both of those actually have insane late game potential. But really,
我是一
all
个
of
没
the
有感
supports
情
have
的
insane
发
late
情
game
机器
potential. I mean, both Grimstroke and Shadow Demon scale indefinitely because of their ability to make use of the enemy hard carry to hit the hard carry with. And it looks like 7E comes walking up the high ground. Will not be able to secure the rune if he's stunned up. It's gonna secure a kill on the Grimstroke, so. And 7E, if he could get Hustler here with little help from the Mirana, it would be. Hustler's gonna go down. That's a double kill from the Ember Spirit. Getting himself online, maybe not in kills, but in net worth. I'm gonna switch over to net worth because with 5 kills, there is gonna be notable differences in these heroes already. The Morph quite a bit behind on the Terror Blade. He's just a little behind on the Ember Spirit though. It's impressive. After Ember Spirit has just secured himself a double kill there. This Morph really giving it the best he can in terms of farm, in terms of holding his lane and just ignoring his teammates dying around him really. Bottom lane X gonna get run down. The arrow of the mark. Spirit gonna secure the kill. Irana through an arrow, get away her position. It's just gonna run away. It's just gonna get out of there over to the mid lane. 5 second arrow, but little does she know Aster is running after her. Here comes the new arrow. Misses the morph. Just with that catapult. I mean, once you've been spotted, you can't really go for the thing. He's gonna sidestep your arrow 100% of the time. But maybe going for a leap into arrow play, try to force something back a little bit. Could have still been good. KYXY is gonna go down on the Abaddon. Did do a good job shutting down arrow blade for the longest while, but now with the metamorphosis, Huya is angry and he wants to carry this game, just like he did the last. But Spirit gets the kill and can now get himself away from that huge demon. As Terrorblade gets a slow, gets vision. Gets his curious snipe by a Grimstroke who's more than willing to die for this trade if he has to, but doesn't even have to die.
Has been killed.
Huge impact on the support hero so far. This game is really the war of the supports. Over on the bottom lane, there's a Ricky in a lot of trouble, and Ricky is the top of net worth right now, the very top of net worth. Not just top one for Reality Rift, they would like it to be, because Morphling definitely the more to farm up. But that's gonna be a lot of gold swing to the Axe, making him money for his Blink Daggers as well as that Vanguard. Terrorblade, he has stacks to farm, but really can't afford to be the one farming them in person. There's the Terrorblade, getting embedded by the Ember Spirit and not quite killed off. Terrorblade by Terrorblade and Ember Spirit. And the game goes so much faster than I can say stuff. End up skipping words. Nice remnant there onto the Ember Spirit, who's chasing with the remnants also. But it looks like with that, the teams are going to disengage for the time being at this top lane. I say that Rico is going to do some creep wave shenanigans. Is just going to try to get himself a solo farm. White Spirit bullying the Mirana. Rico forced to use one of his leaps. He kept mana for all of them ready. Has 2 creeps behind him. With those, he's gonna try to make it away from Aster. Creeps. This is such a no, the leap wasn't on time. Rico keeping up the high ground. Although the creeps are gonna get back, but pull them once again. One creep standing out. Mr. spinning around on the Void Spirit taking a ton of damage to his face, and it's gonna get right clicked down by the Ember. Out goes the Grimstroke.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Down goes the Shadow Demon.
Dire's middle tower is under
7E.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has been denied.
I think the deny there
Dire's
is
structures
beautifully
are
played.
fortified.
I wasn't sure if he could get it, but it's Abaddon apparently on that agility hero. You just right click harder and faster. Move. Taunted. Two up high ground. Linked up to his Grimstro, and the Arcana takes the outpost here. That experience.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They'll go in favor. Radiant Reality Rift. They make the Grimstone. A nice deny. Experience, definitely worth it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tirana's died as well, but Morphling with a double damage rune, looking for a kill on the axe, finding a kill on the axe relatively quickly, and Reality Rift definitely now once again in charge of this game. This time around with the Morphling, they definitely have a better late gamer, so it's gonna be hard getting him online, getting him the snowball he needs. Morphling gets done. Perfect arrows here in chain combo access there with follow-up taunt, but then comes Void Spirit, turning things around. Ricky with the backstab, finishing off Nico, and we're gonna nuke next. They nuke anyone next on the side of Reality Rift. I think they can, but they disagree with my assessment there. Or well, they don't want anyone to be nuked. They just want their Morphling to be farming really. So why would they take the risk of team
Radiant's
fight?
middle tower is under attack.
Morph got an Ocean Heart, a very fitting item, and Ricky got that Doom handle that Morph dropped earlier. Put to great use, which can really get a lot of extra X-steps in with. I don't know, I like the way this game is going right now. For the side of Reality Rift, they even find and instantly eat Morphling a Royal Jelly. So now we got a Royal Jelly Ocean Heart Morphling who is gonna leave another Royal Jelly for the Ricky or the Void Spirit. Ricky is gonna eat it immediately. And that's the Shadow Demon arrow combo. Like I said, Void Spirit really does not like being hit himself. His illusions pretty darn hard. Ricky needs to figure his way out of there. Well, Abaddon does tanking, keeps 3 heroes on him. KY just dead, but as long as he creates space, he says it doesn't matter. He runs as far away from his team as possible with 3 pursuers. Still after the tier 1 tower. Just chilling, just defending. He knows full well his team cannot take that fight with Abaddon. Dead, taking focus and still, you know, Terrorblade dealing too much damage for them to handle. Down he goes as well. On the Grimstroke who chased after the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon is not a hero you mess with. Just got Shadow poisoned up and killed off. Reality Rift. Need to take a good fight here, but they really just need to prevent the Terrorblade from farming. Other than that, all this fighting doesn't really matter. They know they need to keep their own Morphling farming, and they're doing a good job of that, but that's only half the battle here. For either one team, since it's Morphling and Terrorblade constantly racing for whoever gets to be a top net worth. We're all breaking out, not by turning into a full fight with even commit stuff, however now. That's gonna be a stun on the Abaddon. He's gonna get out of there, but he's taking his own curse to the face. Come to think of it, maybe with Abaddon's taking from illusions, couldn't you just build a Manta on him? Play him as a hard carry like do. Hustler about to go for a kill on 7E, but 7E already out of there. Gremlin just barely out of sight, but with Mirana ultimate, absolutely no reason to chase Team Reality Rift. Now gotta be careful around this top lane. With how hard Ricky right picks, it shouldn't be an issue. I mean, they managed both of their carries online. Ricky counters the Ember too hard for an Ember Spirit who is not quite as online to be an issue, who doesn't even have his Spirit Vessel. Yeah, he is gonna be a real nuisance. He's gonna be really annoying once he gets that going, once he starts to constantly dash people or just like 2/3 of their health, leaving you unable to heal them in an instant. You may see an attempt to defend here from 7E. That is, of course, if he doesn't get caught.
Structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And then once getting cursed by his own Illus there, this time with his searing chain. No curse going off quite yet, but there it goes, despite the shield being up. And that's just Shadow Demon having some fun. That's just Shadow Demon scouting who's there committed from the side of Reality Rift, who is causing trouble. The arrow barely off the mark is going to miss Morphling. And well, if Team Aster Aries can't really find a chance to commit their resources, well, okay, it looks like Team Reverse, Team Reality Rift. I really gotta get used to that, guys. I'm sorry, but the Morphling anyhow barely has his Terrorblade coming in. Where's the Terrorblade with the Manta Cell?
Radiant's middle tower
gonna be able to push it up. Gonna be able to even avoid the adaptive strike blast from the Morphling with that. If he gets the timing, if he sees the Morphling coming, Terrorblade definitely gets a chance to turn the guts around. We got a smoke as well from Team Aster Aries. Looking to go for a kill somewhere, but won't find any. It already happened. I mean, Mirana holds up soon anyhow, so if follow up this failed smoke with a Mirana ult initiation, they definitely can. They can definitely force the issue here as long as they take Team Reality Rift just for such a short time. So understand their radar here. Yeah, Team Rift on a start tearing apart the road. Roche taking quite a while to go down, but it is gonna go down. With that curse and the Morphling, you already have enough resources committed to get this road down. Morph opting for a BK against Panic now, as he knows getting locked down by the rest of Aster Aries. When trying to fight against a Terrorblade, you can insta health swap and kill you. It's gonna be quite the task, quite the mission. Come to 17. Go try and run down Void Spirit. Void Spirit is the tasty out of that though, but it's gonna pick that regardless. And that's gonna be an eager for Void Spirit, not a massive deal. So Ricky is really the one you want to protect. Anyhow, Ricky and Morphling, but it's kind of you protect the Ricky so Ricky can protect the Morphling, so Morphling can protect the rest of the team. I mean, it's completely fine for the third carry, for the Void Spirit to... Oh wait, that's actually not really a third carry still. I mean, he has the impact of a third carry. He is going for the Yules just like a carry would, but he did... He has very few lasts going on for himself. All of that killable. To show how rich we are. If reality are only 1k ahead, despite being so rich on everyone. And that's gonna be Morphling insta-killing the Mirana with a Ricky. They're gonna go on to Shadow Shaman next. The Shadow Demon, I mean, Ricky. Just staying with the loops on bottom lane as this Axe, if he were to be found, that would be devastating. Ricky seems safe. We are going to see the gank maneuver from this side. Reality Rift, they're not gonna find anyone though. They don't have the double step for the Void Spirit up anyhow, which is one of their main building stones of the new potential to put it up to bed. The other being the Morphling, of course. If you already commit the Morphling to a fight, you want to be sure the fight is gonna go exactly like you want it to.
Dire's bottom tower has
Down goes the bot tier 1 tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he responds the tier 2 with that Abilene Curse plus Morphling's insane attack damage and attack speed. They are most definitely gonna get it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Down goes bottom tier 2, but as long as this in the mid lane still remains standing, it's not gonna be an issue. For the side of Aster Aries, Aries get that farm on the turret, but as I say that, another instant pickup. I have no idea what LWW was doing there. Down goes 7E on the Aster once again. Yeah, they're looking to take this series to a 1-1 here. Make sure the best of 2 is gonna end the draw. I just left my group stage insanely close to Morphing, however, it's gonna get summed up, it's gonna get kicked off, and we got the Terrorblade goes flying out. The shotgun gets committed with the it's not quite enough there with the Rune Hook ultimate on the Terrorblade. Not quite gonna be enough damage to kill up the Terrorblade. Rico got a step forward, and he feels the damage of the Morphling, so Alacrity, not a target you want to mess with right now. That depth like dealing so much damage. I wish there was a tool to calculate the damage for you, but there is a lot of magic resistant stuff going on. Anyhow, is there a pipe on the X or something? Nope. Far from it. Okay, that could prove to be a big issue. Team Aster Aries, they went for such a fight already. Yeah, appreciate everything what they need. If they find that they can actually win this fight, perhaps more fling. Keep the tank. You do not want to focus the tank. Just Terrorblade, get shotgun down, and taking the next shotgun to the face, and the kill for the Morph there. As the next target is gonna be the Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit is gonna be able to get away.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Over that means mid tier 2 and probably mid tier 3 are gonna drop here. Okay. There's not even an initiation. Even with the initiation, there was no eagles or whatever. That's just a lack of.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Need resources and damage output from the side of Reverse Reality, who are gonna try ganking onto the Mirana. Down goes the mid tier 3, not quite. Ricky gone on, has to hand himself away, but with that instant from the market, it's gonna be despite Evan, not so much. He got surrounded. First 3, however, he's immortal, another thing we are used to seeing from Warcraft 3 days. And down goes 7E in that trade. That's one core dropping. Okay, well, SY. Okay, that evidence dropping makes things a little bit more even here. The more it's gonna be the next to go down. And with that, it's like reality, if they could have lost the team fight there in exchange for finishing off the push on the tier 3 tower. Well, yeah, one team fight isn't gonna turn this game around completely. It's definitely putting Reality Rift in a spot where Reality Rift are just, you know, going to have to rely on pickups again, going to have to rely on perhaps the next Roche spawning in order to try and reach that high ground. All the while Terrorblade can come online. I mean, the previous game was Terrorblade just coming online. Very similar in terms of momentum from both teams with Reality Rift. Trying to fight, trying to push the lead, and then doing the exact opposite. Ricky perfectly able to deal with a smoke or with a blink call initiation and the spins from an Axe. Axe, with the spins max, that pure damage, it really isn't all that much nowadays. I mean, teams are for the disable anyhow, not for the pure damage, so they don't really care. I get why they pick him up, but I don't know if he was pre-nerf Axe. We still did over 200 pure damage with each spin. Then I think he could have killed Ricky there, and those little differences really matter. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get more espresso in me after this fight is over, and the fight is gonna start with the smoke getting broken. For the side of Reverse Reality, Rana gets snacked off the map. That's Rico dying. 1, 2, had one more there, And with the Grimm's ultimate, it's gonna get a beautiful situation to go for the Terrorblade and the Spirit. And Terrorblade Manta dodges the two-man shotgun from the Morphling there. It's gonna go down for that play. However, X is gonna get the Morphling as well. Morphling still has a little time left on his BKB, but doesn't want to fight anymore. The Terrorblade is already so huge that Team Reality Rift, you know what, doesn't want to live for a while. Wait till we get a good initiation on him. That is a good initiation. Terrorblade still has the ultimate, but if they plus the Morphing could be on the okay, it was the Terrorblade ultimate. If they can now wiggle him down again, it could be game. However, this is a really fast Terrorblade ready to deal with on the ultimate. Still has a very long cooldown though, so you know, Terrorblade a long time away from ultimate cooldown talent, which would be great this game. 32 seconds 100 cooldown. And at the last level that's 8 seconds, but just having the ultimate on level 3 would make the difference for the next high ground of defense, whether it's up or not. Since it's gonna be a pretty long roach, more than a minute. I don't think Reality Rift just have that patience, or just go sit around waiting, farming. At the very least, I think they shouldn't after what happened last game, where it was also a Terrorblade, also farming and coming in line, and there the Terrorblade snowballs. What's preventing him from snowballing now? Well, certainly not kills on him.
Dire are scanning.
And it looks like will find a catch on the Shadow Demon, kill him off instantaneously with Ricky, having more than enough damage in those backstabs.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They are gonna scout the road after that pickup. Well, no, they can go for it. Shadow Demon is actually a huge hero in terms of how hard he shuts down the Reality Rift's massment of glass cannons, who are just eager to tear enemy teams to shreds.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Road still going down to Reality Rift there.
Radiant's
But
bottom
tier
tower
2
has fallen.
gets dropped as well by the side of Aster Aries. And Reality Rift grouping up around mid lane, looking to go
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
for a high
Dire's
ground
middle
siege
barracks
here.
are under attack.
More. Still just working on the Rex, but there is the almost perfect arrow. It's not gonna connect on Alacrity. He doesn't even have any status resistance. So the Mirana assumed there was gonna be like a Saint worth of status resistance or something. Fired the arrow to account for a little bit of disruption reduction. I mean, it could have been mistiming, but it did cancel an arrow and then fire another one, and a cancel can't really be that accidental, you know. Oh man, Reality Rift. 11k ahead over us Aries. More people in front lining with an arrow behind him, constantly dodging those Mirana arrows. Look at the attack damage and attack speed he has now, instantly getting back up to full. Morphling jump here, yeah, it could be devastating if the Morphling gets the jump to somebody. Just as devastating the other way around. Morphling is gonna get stunned up. It's gonna manage to morph with a beautiful perk. The BKB procs the Slayer Fist, stolen from the Amethyst, through morphing into him. Rico goes down to Ricky. Morphling meanwhile kills off 7E without even needing the Ricky smoke. Terrorblade gonna be the next one caught. Mirage Ultimate not really doing a lot for it there. BKB is, but if you're getting body blocked by an Abaddon and that Selective is more away at you, can you make it even back to base? I don't think you can. There's the ultimate from the Terrorblade. Well, the Shadow Demon dies to the backline to a Ricky. The Eagles gets popped from the Morph there. Ricky has to dodge up there as Axe is after him with the ultimate. In comes the Morph, kills up the Axe though. Terrorblade side is up and killed up by the Ricky. Immediately buying back. Team Reality Rift already got a 16k gold lead. So
Bounty.
it's 16k gold lead now for the side of Reality Rift.
The prize is mine. Dire are scanning.
And I wonder if Reality Rift are gonna wait out the next Roche, because I don't think they have that much time. I think they need to continue the aggression. Terrorblade has not farmed too well in the last couple of minutes. He's saving up for a Daedalus now to finally get that damage output that his team has been lacking for the longest while now. Team Reality Rift, they just want to end. They just want the victory out of this, clean and simple. Whether they can get it is another question.
Shadows, take us. Radiant are scanning.
And in comes the initiation, Void Spirit of Ember Spirit, and the other way around. It's gonna be the Void Spirit that takes most of the damage initially, but with Terrorblade being caught up, it's immediately up. Could be problematic. Celebrity says screw it and going in. He is no help as he is, even without gradually morphing into agility there in between hits. And oh, enough to bang. Do stun up the Terrorblade. Now jumping at Kilima with the Terrorblade morphing still going at it. Executing Mickey, but it's a 3-for-1, and that's gonna be X going down. I think GG. If not a GG, then Team Reality Rift are gonna try to force it that way anyhow. I mean, look at Morphling. Boop. Boop. This is his full agility mode with nearly 2k health now. 1.5 at full agility is with him planning to pick up a Satanic to be even tankier. And the Terrorblade, I don't know. I feel like if he had the Daedalus, that fight would have gone so much better since Terrorblade, even after being caught, did retaliate a good amount of damage himself, but he needs to kill people quicker than the Daedalus escape, not just... Or, well, even better, he needs to kill, he needs to be able to 1v1 the Morphling and win without Morphling just lifestealing quicker than he can do anything. With the Paladin Sword, it's gonna be a pretty hard one to pull off, but I mean, as a Terrorblade, you can make a Morphling to hit the Morphling. I don't think there's gonna be a better counter for him ever. Shadow Demon gets Morphling off the map. As the left lane of Rex is killed off, probably before Terrorblade is even alive.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Down goes the last lane of Rex. Just the range backs here being taken by Morphling coming in. They're gonna die immediately, but one thing that Reality Rift really wants to die is the Terrorblade. Immediately get him chucked into the face as now Morphling gets called, gets gone on, gets nuked down successfully with the Axe ultimate. And Abaddon knocking his ultimate as Void Spirit, taking way too much damage, is gonna be able to fall out of there once, but with that it's gonna go down. And now it's only a high damage but low survivability Ricky, who can't really find his into that team fight, as well as the action and the Grimstroke running for their life. And I think Abaddon by XY, he is gonna go down here eventually. Not even that much of an eventuality, because with Terrorblade, gonna melt pretty quickly given how tanky he is. Meanwhile, tier 4 towers are taking chip damage. They're gonna be taking a lot more chip damage soon. As there is a wave of mega creeps running down the mid lane already, where 7E is trying to push before the mega creeps really start to snowball up, really start to push in lane automatically. They still can't man fight the Terrorblade. Now that Terrorblade is about to complete his Atlas, is about to take the game on his shoulders.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The game quieting down here, it looks like. The Rift are looking for the next chance to fight as soon as the Abaddon is back, but have realized they can't just run over to their opponent's half of the map and do whatever the hell they want. Okay, maybe they can with Ricky stepping behind Mirana. Mirana immediately used up, but there's the perfect catch. And Rico just gets backstabbed up by those Idus backstabbing too, adding to the damage so much more. There's only like 5 buffer buildings still standing. Or actually. They're dropping to the mega creeps alone. Yeah, they didn't even need to do anything other than go for a crit here and there, and they just found another one on this Morphling and instantaneously continue to go on the axe. I did not expect Reality Rift to be much jumping forward. With that Grimstroke ultimate, it does kind of make sense. Ember Spirit gets caught. Gets backed out of position. Meanwhile, the creeps are going ham on the tier 4 tower, on the remainder of Dire base. And while that is going on, guess what? He isn't even there. He is even man fighting with all of them. He will farm up in peace. Maybe even save for back. So even if you die, you can jump back in and finish the game. But he can comfortably solo Roche. With now his team coming in just to make it faster, Roche, just to save the time and resources.
Life springs eternal.
Regeneration.
And the entirety of Reality Rift roaming over to Aster Aries side of the map. They do have a good deal of tankiness between all of them with 31k gold lead. However, did lose one fight just on the basis of that TB being too strong. This time around, however, he does have Metamorphosis. I think that alone is gonna make this really hard. Morph just wants to go for the action, but with that heals up, Morphling is gonna find initiation to be almost killing off the Mirana. The 7E gonna jump forward, but Morphling has secured the kill on the Terrorblade. That means no hard carry for 80 seconds. GG. Well, good indeed to Reality Rift. After Aries, they snowballed with the Terrorblade once, and Reality Rift, they just say, fool me